Hello. Hi. My brain keeps thinking it's Sunday because I go back to work tomorrow, but it's Tuesday. Time is weird. That is all. Hi. Hello. CT, congrats on being first. Hiya. Hi, Crispy. Hello. Happy Tuesday. It's been a chill day today. I'm thinking about the blacksmithing game because I was playing it right before stream, and now I kind of want to play more of the blacksmithing game. Because it's fun. It's fun. So the next thing, like, I literally just did, like, one more day in it. I unlocked the ability to repair gear. So essentially, you're running your blacksmith shop. You have your orders. You can get a rack to put weapons on to sell them. And you also have the whole, like, running your heroes mechanic thing. So I think that's interesting because it makes it unique that there's definitely other games out there that are a blacksmith shop simulator, but this also has that whole other hire adventures and send them on adventures kind of thing mechanic that I think is fun. That's a perfect quote for it now. Just, fuck, it's Monday. Fuck, it's Monday. Already I missed Friday. Yep. Which this week I am actually looking forward to stuff this week because the bike unit starts this week. So that will be interesting, at least. It will be hopefully fun. There is a guest, like, teacher person that comes in to help and teach it kind of thing. I'm just gonna let them take the lead on stuff and I will just do whatever they want me to help with kind of thing. Because they're essentially like the person who, like, runs the bike program. Like, because this program, like, it travels from school to school. We have, so many parts of bikes that rotate around, and I think it's really cool that we have this program. We've had it for not a super long time. This is like the 3rd or 4th year or something like that of it. It has not been around for a very long time. I'm hoping this year that it goes well, because last year the program got cut short because apparently someone broke into the, like, bike trailer, because there's like a trailer that sits behind the school that holds the bikes. So that's fun. Hopefully that won't happen again this year. They have changed where the trailer is going to sit, apparently. So I will probably find out more information tomorrow because obviously, like, we haven't been in yet this week. The one upside to not having a Monday is I don't have to move my bag. I don't have to undo and redo my whole setup. If we don't have a Monday, I can just leave all my stuff on my cart. So when I go in tomorrow, everything's already going to be on my cart and ready to go. Though I don't remember if I plugged in the laptop or not. I might have to plug that in. I think, remember to leave the iPad on the charger. So, like, I don't have to roll the bag in and carry everything in and get it all out and all the cords back. Which, in the grand scheme of things, is not as bad this year as it has been in previous years, because if anything, I only have to do that, like, once a week. Because usually for the Mondays, I will charge stuff on Fridays, so it's just fine and it has enough charge for me to get through a Monday. So I usually don't have to get the cords and everything out on Monday since it's only 5 classes. Sometimes I have to get the laptop charger out, but the iPad lasts long enough, so it would be really nice if I didn't have to change schools at all. I don't see that happening, though. I think I'm still gonna have one school, and depending on the sizing of stuff for next year, like, I would not be surprised if I end up with like a travel day for them to squeeze in a couple other classes at that, more at that other school. Because I'm lucky this year, I actually have extra prep. So like, but it's one of those things I don't have so much extra time that they can move me anywhere else kind of thing during that time. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping that we will at least maintain our numbers. We have not been increasing, so I'm hoping we can at least maintain. But our numbers as a whole school definitely have been going down since my first year there. Because my first year there, we had enough classrooms that I could not teach everybody in 2 days. And now technically it doesn't even take 2 full days because it's short a class. So, hi Brando, hello, hi Goldie. An unidentified ghost? Oh, I totally missed that Pokemon. Oh well. No, you smell, Brando. No, you smell. How dare. Also, Goldie. So close to the 20, yet so far. So close, yet so far. I was showing Talarian my Uma cards because I was telling him about the update, and I'm excited about the update. I still need to try out the new scenario. I haven't actually done that yet. But I was showing him my Uma cards because I need to find a good place to like put them other than just they're here with the they're sitting here with the Slime Rancher squish, which works, but I could do better. So, hi Jameson, hello. So, oh, also I painted my nails. I had a couple days, I hadn't given my nails a break in, I don't know, since whenever it was that I got back into starting painting my nails consistently. I'm like, okay, I haven't had nail polish not on my nails for like longer than an hour in months. So I should give them a break. So I gave them a couple of days. But now it's like, nope, nail polish is back. And this one, I've worn the purple before, but this one is like a light blue color, is a new color that I hadn't used before. It's one of the ones I got for free. Hashtag Holo Taco, hashtag not sponsored. But I love Holo Taco. You caught another man. Yes, you caught the microwave. You caught the microwave. Hi, Spider. Hello. You did. There's a lot of humanoid things in here. There's a lot of humanoid things. Spider, it's a noun. What in the world were we talking about while playing Mass Effect? I have questions, Goldie. I have answers, but I do have questions. See, there are some things that are not humanoid. That is an ancient picture. That is back in the day when I first started streaming, which actually I think they're still on BTTV. Back in the day when I first started streaming, I used MS Paint and drew emotes, so that's what that was. Yeah, we have lots of, quote, people. That seems fitting. Yeah, I need to add more other characters and stuff in there. Fishing is on the list of things that I would like to update. Today was a day that I'm like, we're gonna chill. If I feel like doing some productive, I did some productive. I didn't actually end up scheduling VODs and stuff like I intended to. I did do laundry though. That was my productive for today, is I did some laundry. I did some reading. This is very much just an ADHD thing. I watched Wicked while playing Power Wash Simulator in between painting coats of nail polish on my nails. So, like, I would do a coat on one hand, and then I would play, like, Power Wash Simulator. I would set a timer and, like, play for, like, 4 or 5 minutes, and then I would do the next coat. And I had Wicked going on my screen. And It's like, you know what? That's the vibe for today. It's like, we're just gonna do 3 things at the same time. So, yes, lumberjack penguin. I approve of this noun choice. I approve. We are also getting into penguin season because all the holiday things are happening. In case anyone missed it yesterday, the tree is back. So for any subs, resubs, whatnot, you can pick an ornament, a Squishmallow ornament to go on the tree. Also, y'all, I need Looney to show up and redeem a Mad Lib because that would be really funny. Say that would be really funny timing. But our plan tonight is to do some more ESO questing. We are questing through the main storyline of Solstice. I think at the pace we're going through, unless if the quests get like way longer or something, I don't think it's necessarily unrealistic to say that maybe we either finish or get close to finishing what's available of the quest line by the end of the week. Because we are partway through the 3rd quest, I think is what we're on, and there's 6 available total right now. I have not been on today to see where the wall progress is, but I don't think we're going to get... I think it's still going to be probably a couple of weeks until we actually have access to Eastern Solstice, because yesterday when we were on there, the wall was at about 50% for Phase 2. So we still have like 150% of the wall to go because there's 3 phases. So I think it's still going to be a couple of weeks based on the pace we're going at right now. No, you, Smellbo. No, you. But I wanted to give you all the heads up, which actually I need to go in and see if I can the tickets glitched out on me. And I need to go in there and see if I can actually claim them again to see if that was actually working. But what I have looked at is that, so Wicked for Good comes out next week. I'm so excited. And it technically comes out on the 21st, but the theater was having showings available on the 20th. So if that's a thing and if I could get tickets for it, then sorry, y'all, I'm ditching and I'm going to go see Wicked for Good on Thursday. I probably will also go see it on Friday. So that's kind of also one of the reasons I've been trying to do a bunch of bonus streams and making progress in ESO, because I knew once Wicked for Good comes out, those bonus days are probably going to be, instead of bonus streams, those are going to be my days that I'm going to go see Wicked for Good like 50 bazillion times before it leaves theaters. You understand? Good. I'm glad you understand. Okay, I'm going to just look real quick. Yes, hi, Ella. It's just going to boop you. Go boop you. I'll go backwards. There you go. Off the desk. Okay. Let me see. Will it actually let me claim the tickets this time? Let's see if the seats that I wanted are still available. The fact that none of the other seats are claimed makes me think that maybe this isn't actually going to work. But I'm just going to see real quick because this doesn't take that long to see if it loads in theory. Just because you don't have to process any payment things or anything. It costs like a 50-cent per ticket processing fee or something like that. But both of us have the like Regal Unlimited. Now this is where it's like, okay, is it actually going to let me place the order? It actually proceeded to the next page. Now the question is, does it glitch out here? Oh, it actually did it. Okay, it actually did it. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Cool. Okay, so yes, officially, I am ditching you all on Thursday because you let me buy the ticket. let me claim the ticket. I've tried like 3 or 4 times at this point to claim the tickets, and the Regal app just kept like crashing on me. Yay. Okay, let me hold on. Let me see if I can yell at Talaria and see if he'll hear me. You've got tickets for the 21st in the afternoon to see Wicked for Good. Getting out of work early for it. Nice. Yeah, they have showings here on the 20th. So I'm like, I'm not going to wait an extra day just to be the official release day. I'll just go both. I went and saw the first one 10 times in theaters. I'm assuming I will probably see the second part at least that many times. So yeah. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. So we're doing a Wicked watch party before you see the second one? We can. We could, well, actually, I guess we could. Because we could do that on Wednesday. If we all want to do a Wicked watch party on the 19th. Before I would see it the next day. That actually probably makes the most sense. We are watching some Free Run tomorrow. Is the plan. We started watching Free Run months and months and months ago, and then I got distracted. So we're gonna watch more Free Run tomorrow. And then we're immediately gonna get distracted again because next week would be Wicked, and the following week is Stranger Things season 5. So yeah. They had showings early for us too, but they were in 3D. Oh, and had to be a subscription member to get the early. Oh, I wonder if that's why I have access to it then. Because we both have the Regal Unlimited thing. So I wonder if that's why I can get those tickets on Thursday then. That might be. I have no idea. Which is, again, why I went to it 10 times. Or otherwise, if I was paying the full price for a ticket every single time, absolutely not. I would not have gone and seen it 10 times. Absolutely not. Wait. Wait. Jonathan Bailey voices the cat boy in 14? Wait, what? I feel like I need to rewatch Stranger Things for the final season. I feel like that as well. But I'm so bad at watching things that sitting down and rewatching things is also something I'm bad at if it's not just something that is like the hyper-focus rewatch. Like Wicked, yes, I have kept track. I watched it for the 33rd time today. Luckily, my brain remembered the number, and that count did not get lost in the void of the Discord. So, is it... Oh my gosh, I did not know that! I did not know that. I need to go play Final Fantasy 14. I need to go do that. I need to go play more, which I have quested. I think I'm thinking of the correct cat person. Yes, the cat person that is in the Crystal Tower questline thing. I did do those ones. Yes, okay. Like, I need to do more Final Fantasy 14 questing. There's something else I was going to bring up. Correct? Okay, cool. Sometimes my memory is okay with characters, and sometimes it is not. The ESO ones, I definitely end up getting confused, but also that is spanning more years than my time in questing in Final Fantasy. Because I made my Final Fantasy character... I actually don't remember how many years ago. I just remember that it was... I impulsively made my Final Fantasy 14 character during my, like, birthday subathon stream at some point. But I think that was in this house. So that was maybe 3 years ago? 4 years ago? I don't remember. Actually said in a recent interview he's committed to doing it no matter how much fame comes his way. That's cool. That's cool. Speaking of him as well, I still haven't watched season 3 of Bridgerton. And I need to watch season 3 of Bridgerton. Because I still haven't done that. And I should do that. And what if I watch this week? Wicked for the 33rd time. And I rewatched a couple of episodes of Criminal Minds for the I have no idea how many times, because I discovered that all the episodes are on Hulu. So that's still 2 more seasons that I've watched. Fair enough. I do like season 1. Season 2 is okay. It is... I don't think it's bad. It is just a different kind of story than season 1. I have read like 2/3 of the book that goes with season 2, and I think the book is better. The season 2 tries to make some things really dramatic that shouldn't necessarily be dramatic. But I understand why they tried to make some of the things dramatic, because there isn't really, like, it is more of the... Season 2 is literally that, just please admit you like each other. Just please admit you like each other. Just please admit you like each other. Everyone knows that you like each other. Please admit that you like each other. And that is the entirety of season 2. So... Oh, wasn't as much. Okay. Hi, Ranch! Have Pocky. Like the, stick things with chocolate on them? Those are yummy. Also, hi. I'm gonna roll with you. Oh, boo! Got a 1. Sorry, the fact that that quote is in all caps is glorious. Oh, with white chocolate on them. I don't think I've ever seen them with white chocolate. Yeah, it's just a wild side. It's fine. It's fine. There's season 1 of Bridgerton, I think is a good... Well, okay, the other thing for context for Bridgerton, you can watch whatever season. Obviously, I can't speak for 3, but, like, each season is its own story. Obviously, there are characters the same in different ones, but, like, the plot line of each season is going to be its own thing, because just like the books, each season is following, like, one of the characters and their, like, romance line. So, like, you know, there's 8 books because there's 8 Bridgertons, so it's following... Each book is following the, you know, each different kid and, you know, their season, there's, you know, whatever it is of, you know, they're going and finding someone and getting married and, you know, all the whatnot. Oh, with chocolate. Okay. Have some almonds. Oh, mixed with the chocolate, so it's extra crunchy. Okay. Those are for after proper dinner. Yes. Proper dinner is important. I argue that that's true. Yeah, there are subplots that will make more sense if you watch seasons in order. That, I guess, is fair. If you're going for watching just the overall, you know, arcing storyline, there, you know, specific seasons, whatnot. The TV, you know, the show also adds in more sub things. Like, the queen is not a character in the books. Like, the diamond of the season is, like, not a thing in the books. So, like, the show definitely does also take some creative liberties with things. Which I think is cool. I think it grows the universe of it into, you know, not just, you know, it makes it a less static world that we're, you know, hearing the story of. I have read Daphne's books. I've read the first book, and I have read like 2/3 of the second book. Do I own all of them? Yeah, I do own all of them, but I have not read farther than that. Proper dinner shall be tomato soup and grilled cheese. Nice. I went and got a free gordita and some nacho fries. So I had a free thing to get a gordita. So I was like, yeah, I called that my leaving the house for today and seeing the sun of I went to Taco Bell and came back. Yeah, but if you're looking at the show as a whole, it's better to watch it in order. Yeah. Yeah, if you have a specific interest in one person's, you know, overall romance season, and you don't really care about the subplots, then yeah. But if not, definitely watch it in order. I need to watch season 3. Like, I intended to watch season 3 the, like, day it came out, and then I didn't. Which, at least partially to blame, is that the person that I was watch partying it in Discord with, like, that wasn't gonna be a possibility anymore. And I don't know what else we were watching at the time. We were watching something else. And I just never got around to it. It's good. We get season 4. It's a couple months away. Holy moly. Okay. That's the thing, is like, I know they were working on season 4, and I'm like, I need to watch season 3 still. It's been on me to watch season 1 since this. Yes, you should watch it. You should watch it. Bridgerton. But I've watched seasons 1 and 2, but I still haven't watched 3, and 4 is on the way. And I need to watch 3 before 4 is here, so that I can watch 4. Because so many things and so many shows and all this stuff. I'm still torn. Like, I would like to rewatch some Stranger Things, but like going through and just opening Netflix and scrolling through the episodes, I think I might not remember some details well, but like just going through and glancing at the episodes, I remembered a lot more than I thought I did. So that jogged my memory on a lot of things that happened. The other thing with season 4 is there's just so... Season 4 is at the point that there's so many things going on and so many of the characters not in the same location. So it's just a lot of things to track. But I don't know if I necessarily... if I rewatch it, I might, but... I am still planning, in terms of the fact that I teach... In terms of the fact that I teach a lot of children, And I know there are, especially the 4th and 5th graders, do watch this show and have watched this show. I do not want a child to spoil it for me, so I am planning to watch it as soon as I can. Because I almost got Wednesday season 2 spoiled by a 4th grader, so I would like Stranger Things season 5 to not be spoiled by a child. So, hi Red, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Somebody played spinning, and I have 1 brain cell on life support. Yeah. So, Stranger Things is one, it's like, yeah. But at this point, am I gonna put it off, am I gonna put off watching season 5 in order to rewatch the other seasons? No, I'm just gonna watch season 5 when it comes out. And then, Talarian has watched, like, 2 episodes. So, like, my rewatch can just be watching it when I finally get him to watch more of it. And I'll just be able to watch through the whole thing at that point. The other thing as well, it's like we're not getting the entirety of season 5 in one go. So we can also like maybe rewatch stuff in between the parts. Because we get like the first part in a couple of weeks. And then the second part around Christmas. And then like the last part in January or something like that. There's a super long list of movies, shows, books, games I want to consume. But rarely make any dents. Yeah, yep. The backlog of the backlog of the backlog of the different backlogs is a thing. Oh, is that New Year's? Okay, I was going to say, I remember the second part and the third part were closer together. So, I don't know. I'm kind of glad that they're releasing it in parts. Specifically because I know people would just binge watch everything and then just trying to avoid spoilers as someone who's not a binge watcher. Because I would watch, a couple episodes and then take a break. And then we would watch a couple episodes the next week. Which, I don't know. Do we know how many episodes we're getting in the first part? Yeah, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Exactly. Which, I also wonder if they did that as well so they, in theory that people would be able to, either watch it with family or, be holiday time and watch it, thing like that. 4, 3, and 1. Okay, because I remember I think they mentioned the last one's like movie length or something like that. So, I'm excited for it. And I'm hoping it's really good. I am hoping that it's really good. I'm gonna be so disappointed if it's not. I haven't really seen much of anything. The only thing I've watched is like the trailer that was like announcing that season 5 is coming. You attempt to make a grilled cheese with baguette bread? I mean, I guess you could. I feel like that would be very crunchy, though. But I guess if you're dipping it in soup, it actually might be kind of good. I don't know. I'm hoping. I have high hopes for season 5. Did I just see Linda Hamilton? Is that a person? A character? My brain doesn't know who that is. Your regular sandwich bread, but baguette bread's good. I mean, I say go for it. I still need to watch season 4. One of my big pornos was hit, so it's been hard for you to get back into it. There. That, I feel like, is completely understandable. Was it something in a particular part of it? Because, I feel like season 4... I mean, obviously it would have gaps and stuff, but, not every episode is with the same people because it's jumping around of things. But obviously, I guess you probably wouldn't want to skip over different sections of stuff. The actress that played Sarah Connor in the original Terminator. I have not seen Terminator, so I will go, okay. I I've heard of Terminator. And that's about, I think, all the knowledge I have. That's about, that's about all I got. That is not one that we have watched partied, so it is not one I have seen. We have watched partied a lot of movies, which I will also say this as well. We do have a channel in Discord that I'm forgetting what the name is because my brain wants to say the old Discord's name. I think there's like a movie suggested. We have a document that is pinned for Watch Party Rex. Okay, that's not a themed name one. That's maybe why I wasn't thinking about it. We do have a Discord channel to discuss it. There is also a spreadsheet that you can add comments to add to the official list of stuff. Because there are so many things to watch and never enough time. And then when you also add books and things, and also I've been trying to listen to season 4 of Critical Role. I am still in episode 1. I am now like 3 hours into it, but I have been listening to it in like tiny chunks and segments when I'm remembering to go and listen to it. And y'all, campaign 4 is starting off with an absolute bang. Like, the fact that there are death saving rolls that happen in episode 1 is wild. Yes, you need to see Hercules and Hunchback. Absolutely. Body horror, the cheerleaders. Oh, big moment at the end of the first episode was a lot. I watched like 3 episodes of season 4. Thanks, I tried. Maybe I should have my hubby watch first. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I guess that will also be, I think, an interesting thing for me as well, going and watching season 5. Is my level of handling, you know, body horror, different kinds of horror things is definitely better or higher or whatever you want to call it than when we first watched season 4. So good so far. I'm halfway through episode 5 of campaign 4. Okay. Yeah, I need to, there's so much Critical Role stuff that I want to listen to, and you know, I usually like to watch it. So I've been watching the YouTubes. I still am so far behind in all the things. Obviously, like I didn't learn about like Critical Role's existence until right before campaign 3 started. So for a bit, I watched campaign 3. Ella, off of the desk. I'm just gonna keep pushing you off the desk. You can stay on the cat tree, which is why there's a cat tree next to the desk. Uber. I started watching campaign 3 and I kept up with it fairly well for several months. And then I got behind, so then I started watching, you know, watching the recorded versus watching the live and things. I'm still technically in the first arc, campaign 3. Like, literally, like, I am at an exciting point and I still haven't, like, finished, like, listening to stuff. I'm episode, I want to say I'm episode 50 something. Like, it's the Solstice thing. Like, it's the whatever. Like, it is there. They are doing a thing. And for some reason, I keep forgetting to go back and listen to more. And then what did I do? I started listening to campaign 4 because I wanted to know how campaign 4 started. And now it's really cool. So I don't know if I will listen fast enough to try to get caught up with campaign 4, or if I'm just going to accept that I'm always just going to be a few episodes behind at least. They have Critical Role abridged for campaign 3. They cut down each episode to an hour. That's how you're catching up on Campaign 3. I think I've seen them posting, like, the condensed ones and whatnot. And I'm kind of torn. I'm like, yes, I want to know what's going on and get caught up on it. But I do like watching the full things for just the different moments and little silly things that happen, which I'm sure they probably keep that kind of stuff in the cut down condensed version. But I do like seeing all of the shenanigans. But I am aware that it probably would be more efficient for me to watch the abridged versions to realistically consume the bazillions of hours of content. At some point, I think it was during Campaign 3, there was a comment on one of the YouTube videos that someone put of, if you have watched every episode of Campaign, or every episode of Critical Role up to this point in time, that you have watched 2,000 hours worth of content. And I'm like, that's a lot of hours. That's a lot of hours. And, like, the only thing, like, in relation to, like, a game, the only other thing I have to compare that is, like, I have over 2,000 hours in ESO. Is my comparable thing. Only ever seen one-shots from Critical Role, and I'm so intimidated by the long episodes of their long campaigns. I might watch the Vox Machina animated series, though, and the Mighty Nine one coming out. Yeah, I've thought about watching those. I think Talarian's watched them. Again, I'm so bad at sitting down and watching things. I'm like, I've thought about watching them, but I also kind of want to listen to the actual campaign first, but I'm also aware that I could do it the other way around. Ella, I will, like, kick you out of the room. Not literally, but, like, I will remove you from the room if you're just going to keep climbing on my desk. Because I am not going to do this all stream again. No, we're not going to do this all stream again. Started watching another D&D group and I'm catching up on their campaigns. Yeah, that's fair. I know there's a lot of stuff out there. Like, I still need to watch. The other thing, too, is, like, I only caught part of it live, and then I was going to go back and watch the rest of it I'm forgotten the name. The last campaign thing that Negs did on Table Story, that I caught part of it live, and then I didn't catch the rest of it, and I still haven't gone back to listen to it now that they got it on YouTube. So that's really the problem with tabletop content, is I love listening to it and I love the stories, but I'm so bad at keeping up with it because it is very long form content. Not that y'all need another one, but my favorite experience watching a tabletop campaign was on Table Story, and I have not rewatched it, so I don't know how different it would feel as not a live experience, but I highly recommend Table Story Simulacrum. That it was a very interesting idea, and chat kind of got to role play along with it. So that was a really interesting way for the story to interact with things. And it's been so long, I've definitely forgotten a lot of it, but I really remember sitting down and watching the episode every week, and it was really, really fun. So if y'all don't follow Table Story, definitely check out Table Story. They do streams live here on Twitch. They also have their campaigns uploaded to YouTube as well. Yeah, Critical Role would be a lot of D&D stuff, yeah. Which, the other thing with Campaign 4, and part of the reasons why I did start listening to the first episode, was knowing that, Campaign 4 is not DM'd by Matt. It is not in Exandria. It is, its own separate thing from the other ones. So that also, I think, is like, okay, well, I could still be watching and listening to campaign 3 while also keep trying to watch campaign 4 and jump back and forth and like not be confused because it's two separate things, at least in my brain, even though it is still under the Critical Role like category, versus like campaign 1, 2, and 3, like they're all in the same thing, just at different points of time. Like in campaign 3, they interact with their characters from previous campaigns. So no. Emily, hi. I was like, why'd you say 6? And then I realized it's a 7 stream streak. I just, boo. 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 I do not approve. Okay, I ended up not logging back in here yesterday. I actually went and I do still plan to holiday decorate stuff on the Minecraft server on Saturday, but because obviously the tree is still not done, but I did keep working on the tree last night. And that was fun. I didn't finish the thing that I was working on because I got tired of farming for, I got tired of waiting for sheep to eat so I could shear more wool. Yeah, campaign 4 is all new world, all new lore, so it's perfect to jump in on. Yeah. That's the other thing. It's like I was like, I'm just gonna jump in. We're gonna try this. Obviously, like as someone who jumped into campaign 3 without knowing the first two, I think you still can do that. But there are those moments that aren't as cool of moments. Like I can still appreciate it because they're excited about it. Of the like, oh my gosh, it's the character from this thing, or what, you know, that I don't necessarily understand why they're excited about some of the things, because you know them running into characters that they encountered in previous things or whatnot, and I think that's really cool. But I'm excited to see where campaign 4 goes. Like I have not even watched far enough in yet that I haven't even met everyone's character yet. Like I just got to the point that like Taliesin introduced his character, is like as far as I've gotten. So I need to watch more. I did leave the tab open, so maybe I'll listen to more after stream. I think that's the other thing. I just need to remember to open it, so then in my random swapping back and forth between tabs, I'll end up listening to a few minutes here and there. Because as much as I love listening to the stuff, it's always hard because my brain needs, I need something, like that's one of the reasons I watch them versus just listening to the podcast of it, is I need to be doing something. I can't just sit there and listen to something very well for, a very long period of time without getting distracted and then realizing I wasn't listening to the last 30 seconds and I needed to go back. So it is a slow process, which the other thing that would, I know, help me is if I like sped up the video slightly, but then I'm fine with doing that with like audiobooks, but for some reason doing it with that just feels weird and it sounds weird to me. So anywho, I jumped in here to ESO. I have not done any of the dailies yet today, so I'm just hopping in. And I am doing the daily wall crafting ones because he's the quickest one to do. I probably will pick up some of the others for us to do while we quest, but I don't know if I will super focus on them. Oh my gosh, I finished the weekly because the weekly was doing dailies. I finished the weekly because it was complete 16 daily. That's funny. Okay, which actually I didn't look. The wall is at 53.5%. I feel like we're making slower and slower progress. Like it's still consistent progress, but we are definitely, like the first couple of days of phase 2 and the last bit of phase 1 were like, we were definitely a bit more gung-ho about it, of like, okay, go, go, go. I'm assuming more people will kick back in once phase 3 is around. But I am not active in, like, the whole social media world realm of ESO stuff or, like, really watch... Well, I do watch other ESO streamers, but, like, not a part of the communities actively enough to know what the general vibe is. Like, I don't know if people are thinking that this event is taking too long for us to do. Because it is definitely taking longer than I thought it was going to. Like, I didn't realize... And I don't think that was a... I think that was more of a misunderstanding on my part, is that I thought it was going to be... Like, they made it sound like an event. Like, it was going to be a thing that happened, and then it was done. Like, and my only point of reference for that was, like, you know, Fortnite changing seasons and having an event that happens. So I figured for ESO they would at least make it last a little bit of time so more people could participate. But it's been like 2 or 3 weeks now. We're in phase 2. So I'm not complaining at all. I think it's really cool. It's giving us time to quest through stuff. I love this mount. I don't have this one. I have a different one. I have the Guar, I think. I'm still not used to... I'm not used to the mounts being this much separated. Oh, this isn't quite the same one. That's not the same one. It's a similar one. Where's the... I do have one like that, though. Maybe I do have the bear. It is easier to click through and see more of them quickly. I still think this mount is creepy. This came with Necrome, and that it didn't swap mounts because I was on the thing. I still think this mount is creepy. Y'all see this? Its neck is mouth. Its neck is giant mouth with too many teeth. And it just is just odd. And also so many eyeballs, but also it's Hermaeus Mora, so you're asking for lots of eyeballs. Okay, I'm gonna change mounts. I forget that that was what the thing is. No, I have... Maybe I do have that one. I do have that one. Okay. I was thinking of the Guar, though. This one's fun because when you do the thing, it's like all the sparklies. Okay. Which, I think my channel point redeems are on. If anyone wants to, like, pick which mount I'm using for the day, then by all means. I think I also have that for pets as well. I think I want to go back, maybe. Ooh, actually, let's not do the holiday horse today. Let's do this one. This one's still magical vibes. So if I do this, then it leaves little golden hoof prints behind, and it is very magical, and I like it. Okay, let's pick up these quests just in case we come across the stuff for them. Because we gather vitrified souls just by smacking Daedra, and we definitely have been doing that during the main story. So we'll gather that there. I need to holidayify her outfit. But I think for our purposes of today and whatnot, I'm gonna leave this outfit on. I think I'm gonna maybe take the witch hat off though. I don't know. Because we're matching with Raz. This is Raz's outfit. But I think I want a different hat of some sort. The witch's hat might just be the easiest one with this outfit, though. I mean, I guess I could put the holiday hat on. Because I do still have this dyed for the holiday. Is this one... That one's not dyed. This one, it feels weird, though, putting it on already, because it's the New Life Festival hat. Oh, we could just be silly and put the crown on, but it is not Jester Festival. I guess maybe we just leave the witch's hat on. Maybe that's just actually the vibe. Alright. Let's make this be our active quest. So we are working on the third quest for the zone. We have done both the prologue quests and the first two. So we are partway through the passages beneath, and we're literally like what we're going to do is we're going to head to the passages beneath. Before we do that, I'm going to close, or I'm not going to close. I'm going to mute. I'm going to let you all still have your fishing, but I am muting it, so it is we're not going to have a random buy the goddess or ride the shoe puff from fishing during our questing. Oh, it's there. Okay. I thought it was still marking the siege quest. So, recap from yesterday. We're working with the Stark Fellowship. We have the Alliance people and also the Mages and Fighters Guild people all working together to fight against the Worm Cult. Oh, excuse me. We are trying to find out more about the Worm Cult's plans right now. They did just attack the palace in Sunport. So we got a prisoner to reveal that the passages beneath are located within the Tanner mine to the south. I should meet Wax and Ash there. So one of the mage that betrayed us left behind a piece of paper that said something about the passages beneath and a very important delivery happening there. So we're kind of just following leads to see what we can learn about what Worm Cult's up to. And then hopefully we can smush them. But I don't think we're going to get to smush them yet because the wall is still there. I'm excited for the point when the wall, like, actually comes down. Because I don't know if they've said if it's going to be, like, a thing that happens, like, right when it hits 100% and it's just going to go down. Like, I'm hoping I actually get to see it actually happen. Is my hope. I accidentally timed it for between phase 1 and phase 2 because it was at like 99 point something % when I was doing my dailies, and then I came back a couple hours later and it just happened to be that it was hitting 100. So I don't know if that will happen again with this phase or whatnot. Soup is being warmed up. Yum. Okay. Let's smack some Worm Cult butt. So I'm assuming that that's going to happen.
This is the place,
oh, they're there.
But the passage splits. You try the door on the left, I will go right.
I feel like us immediately splitting up is not a good idea. But okay. Splitting the party. Okay, we're just supposed to explore it. We don't have any specific goal. Because we have the Vitrified Soul quest, I actually will take a second and smack some Daedra, and maybe we'll get lucky and get a Vitrified Soul. Because then we'll help out with the wall more. Because I think we can also get them from Worm Cult people. Oh. Apparently I did in Daily Endeavor. What are the dailies? Oh, cool. Crafting. Skills. Oh, okay. The dailies today are actually really easy. I don't know if we'll come across... I don't think I will randomly launder or kill wild animal things during our questing. But that might be a thing that happens easily outside of questing. Because none of those things take a long time to do. Hey, we got some Vitrified Souls. Snazzy.
So many days.
Dude, smack their butt. Oh, we're supposed to go all the way in there? Figured there'd be something along the way it would want us to see, but I guess not. Alright. Works for me. Ooh, luminous ink. I need to, the luminous ink is what you use to scribe abilities. And I still want to mess around more with that. I've scribed a couple of abilities, but not really that many. I have a couple of the grimoires, and I just haven't messed around with it. I went and made a healing spell because one of the daily endeavors could be...
There you are. Follow the tracks. The passage opens into a cavern up ahead.
I love that Walks and Ash just like yeeted a dead body at us. That, I mean, that is one way to get our attention. But one of the daily endeavors can be heal, you know, X amount of health with a scribed ability. So I went and made a scribed ability that is healing. Yeah, here, catch. Exactly. Like, I was like, why is this body falling in front of us? And then it made sense when Walks and Ash started talking, but... I'm also still just not used to the new level of where ESO questing is, and I love where it is, but I'm not used to it being more world interactive, if that makes sense. Because I've been, the last things I've been doing has been base game questing. And I'm not saying that base game isn't good, but, you know, it's, I guess I can't fully speak. You know, base game is, you know, the equivalent of A Realm Reborn. Like, it's not bad, but with where the questing is now and how interactive it is, it's not the, which, the other thing with ESO base game is it was made in an entirely different way than the current questing. Because the current questing is a little bit less linear, whereas, fun fact for anyone who doesn't know, I did not play back this far long ago, but when ESO originally launched, it was more like WoW in terms of things were leveled and you went through a zone. So like if you quest through base game, you start over here, like in a zone, and you quest across the map, and then you follow the path, and then it takes you to the next zone. Like, it is base game is a lot more linear and less, I don't want to say non-linear. Like, the newer stuff is more entwined with other stuff, but not necessarily in a specific order. I also think base game suffers from the fact that when this game launched, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Brood spider. I was counting. $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19. It had like 19 areas. Like when this game launched, it launched with like 19 areas. Like that's like a lot. I don't think Cold Harbor was in it when it originally launched. I think that got added in. That was the first thing that got added in. Don't quote me on that. I started playing in 2018. But like almost to its detriment of how many zones and things were in it at launch, because all the delves and all the things, like there's so many things that are duplicates of assets and just the same layout in order to make the same thing in each zone. And I don't think base game in ESO is I don't think base game in ESO is bad. It is really fun to quest through, but like the Altmary Dominion questline is definitely better than the Ebonheart so far. Ebonheart, I don't think is bad. The stories have been good of it, but it doesn't... it's not as connected throughout. There's not as much as the overarching story in the Ebonheart quest line. There's been a lot of like shorter things of like, there's this enemy, there's this thing, there's, you know, more individual different problems that aren't necessarily connected to each other than we are the Ebonheart Pact. If that makes sense? I don't know if that makes sense. What do we got here?
Ah, our paths meet again.
Yeah.
I did not expect an underground river. Let us see what is on that barge.
Okay.
I can taste the river. It runs east under the mountains. It must pass through the writhing wall, or beneath it.
Oh. So you picked the best alliance quest path by accident? Apparently. I can't speak on Daggerfall because I've literally done none of the Daggerfall main story. But the general consensus is the Altmary Dominion questline is the most... It's the most similar to something that you would, like, you know, quest in Skyrim and do a quest, you know, that, you know, it's not... It's the most RPG-y kind of actual overarching storyline. Also, obviously, Queen Irene is the best. And Raz is the best. So, yes. Walks and Ash is a character that you quest with in the Ebonheart storyline. But Ebonheart suffers with... There's great characters in it, but, like, they're not as overarching. Like, I did... You know, like, Walks and Ash was in Stone Falls. I have different characters that we're doing in the first part of Deshaun. Like, it's not... There's some crossover between the zones of Ebonheart, but it's not as much. Like, it sends you to the next zone of, like, hey, this person from the Ebonheart Pact needs your help with this thing. So none of them have been bad. Like, they've been interesting quests of, you know, a thing got released from a spell and we need to put it back in. We need to, you know, if you hear the NPCs doing the thing, if you were there to stop Alexandra Cannell from capturing the Coral Heart, that's Ebonheart questline. Ooh, took a leap and opened an Etsy shop. Nothing in it yet. We're going to work on taking new pictures tomorrow. Fancy. Fancy schmancy. You like how everything is connected with just... Yeah, Veiled Heritage suck. Yeah, like it's... There's some stuff that is very much like just general, like, connected. But I don't know. I would not mind going back and questing through the Altmary Dominion questline again. I don't know if I would say the same thing about Ebonheart. Like, I haven't disliked questing through it. If anything, I've enjoyed my experience questing through it because I am actually doing, I started doing the side quests along the way, and that makes it more in-depth. That I think, I didn't do that with Stone Falls. I was still just doing the main story. I didn't do that. On my, Argonian character, I quested through the Ebonheart Pact questline with her up to the point that my main character was at, so I could remember where I was at, and then I started questing again on my main character. But I think questing through and not doing the side quests in those areas along the way doesn't take away from the main storyline of stuff, but it definitely adds to it. Because, like, a lot of the side quests, like, thinking of the ones in Stone Falls, like, these ones, with the town and stuff, it's like, hey, you're going here for main story, but hey, also help the town. And, like, they're all related and in that area. So you're kind of learning about the areas as you're going, versus the quests now have you bounce around the area and the zone a lot more. it is definitely interesting questing through something that is linear of like you go across the zone and do the quests along the way. And sometimes you backtrack to the city, but that's really about it. Yes. Yeah, don't know if it... Yeah, I don't know if it's still a thing, but in general, don't click Etsy ads. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, if you ever see an Etsy ad online just out in the world on the web, don't click it. Because if you click that ad and it's someone's specific listing of things, it essentially makes that person pay for that ad, whether they wanted to or not, kind of thing. Yeah, don't click on an ad and then buy something from that person, because then that person has to pay for the ad. Which is stupid, because if they didn't ask for the ad, then they shouldn't have to pay for it. Etsy's not the best, but there's not really anywhere else as that anyone... Yeah, like, there's definitely a lot of other options. But in terms of, like, foot traffic and, like, having people actually come across your page and stuff, Etsy is still the best bet for that. Yeah, even if the ad has nothing to do with the final purchase. Yeah. Like, don't click on an Etsy ad. And it's not even... I've heard that it's not even just a... While you clicked on it and browsed, it will, like, remember that you clicked on that ad for, like, a month. Or something like that. I do wish there was other well-known shops for handmade stuff, especially if they were better fitting. Filtering out drop shippers. Yeah, like, I hate that Etsy, like... has turned into what it is now. Like, I remember browsing through Etsy, you know, years and years ago and being like, oh my gosh, this is so cool that, you know, everything on here is like handmade by a person and someone put this together and someone created this. And now it's just, I got this wholesale for super cheap and now I'm gonna resell it to you. Like, obviously there is still a lot of people who do use Etsy like it was originally intended to be used for, but there's so many other people that don't do that. And it's like, why? Why, people?
The worm cult sends a sarcophagus to the other side of Solstice. We should take a closer look.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I know that likeness, Manimarco. These are his remains. Nothing good can come from letting this sarcophagus eat worm blood.
Okay, I was... Oh.
Dare disturb the king of worms? Gotta smash them!
Oh, goodness. Oh, that's different. Oh, okay. Whee! That was really interesting. That was also very weird not having control over my character.
Faranor's monster knocked us into the river. Come, we need to discuss what we found here.
Yeah, because I was looking at it and I'm like, why does this look familiar? And then as soon as she, like a second before she said Metamarker, I was like, oh, the outfit. Oh, I know who this is. For reference, if anyone doesn't know, Metamarco is essentially the former leader of the worm cult. Yeah, it's also another place to sell AI slop. Yeah, it's like, please, people, stop selling AI slop. It's not worth it. Find it, yeah, to actually find stuff that's handmade. It is still there, but dropshippers have flooded it. That and AI art, yeah. It's also just like even going and looking, because obviously I've gotten like stream assets and stuff from Etsy, and now it's a thing of like looking like, okay, well, I gotta look, is this AI, is this, you know what, you know, so many things are that now. It's like, can we not, please? I try to avoid it as best as I can. Like I try to avoid as much AI stuff as I possibly can. So far in terms of stuff we've streamed, the only thing that is like slipped through until that I didn't realize until after is the Money Grows on Trees game. The game itself is not AI, but they do note on the Steam page that like the cover, like the picture for the game is AI. I'm like, why? VGen. I don't think have I heard of that? Best place for non-AI art, but just be careful because there's still scammers on there. Yeah. So, no, hold on. Now I'm just gonna click out for a second because sorry, I forget that cuts the audio when I click out. Insert dramatic pause here as my brain processes. Huh. Okay. It's an orange cat. For anyone following the saga of my hacked Discord account, they've changed the username or the display name and the profile picture yet again, apparently. Like why? Like why?
It is not often I find a current I cannot master, but today the river proved stronger than I was. At least we found out what the worm cult's important shipment was. The mortal remains of Manamarco, the king of worms.
Yeah, that's definitely not a thing we want them to have. So, what does the worm cult want with Manamarco's remains? Please don't tell me they're gonna bring Manamarco back to life. You are necromancer. No. Metamarco needs to stay dead.
Is it not obvious? They seek to bring their leader, Manamarco, back from the dead.
Uh-huh.
A necromancer of Wormblood status is certainly powerful enough for the task. The Soul Reapers, the Writhing Wall. He wields necromancy unlike anything seen before.
What happens if the Wormblood resurrects Manamarco?
Manamarco planned to elevate himself to become the god of death.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine he would resume that journey. Still, I thought Molag Bal had a claim on his soul. Recalling Manamarco from Cold Harbor should not be possible.
Yeah. We know Wormblood is looking for something called the Gift of Death.
If that is what Wormblood needs to unlock the gates of Cold Harbor and return Manamarco to Nirn, we must discover what it is and make sure he does not acquire it. What kind of a gift is death, anyway?
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's not let Manamarco get resurrected, please and thank you. What should we do now, Walks?
Return to Prince Azar and see if our allies have news of Wormblood. Beating him to whatever prize he seeks is even more important than we thought.
Uh-huh.
Do you see that eddy in the pool? That is the way out. I will see you in Sunboard.
Okay. What condition would Metamarco's body be in after all this time?
Do not be misled by the shambling corpses or dusty bones you have seen. That is the work of but a moment.
Oh.
With time, skilled necromancers can restore a years-old corpse to a lifelike state if they care to do so. For Metamarco, they would.
Yeah, let's Metamarco maybe should stay dead. But Lich Lord Metamarco sounds fun. Okay, that would be a cool boss fight. Like, if they do their necromancy on Metamarco and that would be a very cool boss fight. But in terms of the safety of Tamriel, it would be better if Metamarco stays dead. So how did the worm cult find Metamarco's body? I guess the other question is, did we know where Metamarco's body was? It's been so long since I've quested through main story. I don't... Like, I remember us, like, defeating and whatnot, like, but... I don't know if we knew what actually happened to it. How did the worm cult find Metamarco's body?
You defeated him at Sancre-Tor, did you not? Worm cult fanatics must have retrieved his body after you left.
Okay.
Metamarco had no shortage of willing followers, and I have no doubt a master of death magic would prepare a grand sarcophagus just in case.
Yeah, that does... Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. I also feel like, though, we should have done, like... Did we just... I mean, I guess at that point, we wouldn't have had any suspicion of things. Like, we did the thing. That there shouldn't have been anybody that would have come back for it, kind of thing. But I feel like we should still have done something about a necromancer lord's body versus just leaving it there. Maybe? Possibly? I also love now, I don't remember when this got added. But when we exit through a water pathway, like, your character actually dives into the water, and I love that it actually does that. I was gonna say, it looks like it turned into a fishing spot. Okay, I'm assuming that means we're going back to Sunport? Yeah, we're going back to Sunport. Let's see if we can smack this camp up here before we go back, because it is active right now. Yeah, let's smack this. So we do have the quest for this. We do... Okay, we have 7 out of 15. I was gonna say, I know we got at least some vitrified souls. I could not remember how many. Oh, I'm in a hand. I'm like, why is my character not moving? 13! Okay, maybe we can get a few more. Hey, abilities, will you go off when I push the button, buddy, please? Please, thank you. Yeah! Okay, we got enough vitrified souls. And we'll be able to turn in for fighting one of these camps. Yeah, these camps have been going slower as well, just because... Which, at this point, we're back to weekdays. My brain keeps thinking that it's like Sunday. When I'm aware that it's not, just because a 4-day weekend. But my brain keeps thinking it's weekend day. So I'm like, well, I feel like there should be more people on here, but I'm like, it's not a weekend day. That's why there's not as many people, probably. Alright, smack the thing. Rip out the thing. Squish it. Okay. The fact that everyone ran over here, yeah. It's like the fact that everyone ran over here, I assumed that that was the last one that was active. Oh. That's like so many things spawning. Smack. its butt, smack its butt. It's very big and hard to miss. Oh, that's a lot of fire. Oh, it's not us there, no, it's people's ads. Yeah! Let's gather this because we can. Loot! Alright. Overall, it was okay. Today was definitely nice. I feel like today, like, yesterday and today I kind of got to enjoy it a little bit. Yesterday was kind of just straight, just recovery, like, chill, like, okay. By the time I got to the point that it was stream time, I was like, okay, now we're kind of doing okay. But today was nice and chill. Sunday was a very productive day, but also a pain. So it was overall a productive time. I feel like I probably should have done more other productive things, and I probably could have done more productive stuff, but I also feel like I didn't rest enough, so it was kind of, I don't know. Overall, not a bad 4-day weekend.
You have my...
I would take another day, though.
Anywhere you will
Take another day. Because I feel like I'm like, okay, now I gotta go back to work tomorrow, but now I just, like, today I feel like I'm ready to, like, actually get back to the other productive stuff I wanted to do. Because I was gonna do some off-stream stuff today, and I just was like, nope, we're going to chill. I knew one of the things I wanted to do today was make sure I painted my nails, because that always just helps me feel less of a mess is if my nails are done. So I was like, okay, we're gonna start there. We're gonna get that done, and that helped. I did do laundry today. Feel that? Did I use my time wisely? I don't know, but I did some things though. Yeah, it's like I did, like, it was the whole process of, like, I think part of it too was the start of this, like, I feel like it is going to take me multiple days to, like, at least feel like I still don't feel like I can fully move on from it yet, because we are still in this waiting period, waiting for the Discord to be deleted, which unfortunately Discord can take up to 15 fucking days to process it, which I understand because it is actually like a actual physical person has to go do the thing manually. So it is going to take them time, especially, like, with everything, you know, I'm sure I'm not the only ticket they're dealing with. But we're still in that waiting period, but there is definitely the weight lifted off that all the other stuff, as far as I know, is taken care of. And I have my email back, and that definitely has helped a lot. I still need to go through, in getting my email back, I have discovered a couple more accounts of, like, oh, right, I need to go change the email on that. So, like, it's still the process of, I want to transfer everything off of that email. Like, I forgot, like, I have an Awesome Socks subscription, and I forgot, like, that's attached to that email. But, like, that's, like, you know, that's not, like, an exact, like, high priority account to, like, go and change. So, like, some of those things. On that note, the Awesome Socks this month have cats on them, and I'm very happy. So just, you know, smaller accounts and stuff like that, like, in the process to go change things. But now I don't have that, like, stress over, can I change it? Can I update it? I need to do it now. I needed to do it yesterday. Like, I have access to my email, so that helps. But these last few weeks have been a lot of just stress. Like, I, like, can tell, like, my jaw is, like, partially sore because I know I have gone back to grinding my teeth at night from just stress of everything. But I feel like we're on the uphill. We're getting better. We're just waiting on that Discord process. So once the Discord is actually deleted, like, it is, and it is, as far as I can tell based on the ticket, I approved it. They confirmed and sent it to the next thing. Like, it is going to be deleted. It's just when it actually processes to actually be deleted is essentially what we're waiting for. At least is my understanding. So we had a down, and now we're going back to an up. And I feel like that is just life. And we're just gonna keep going with it. I am looking for the active marker, and I'm realizing that that is not my active quest, and that is why I'm not seeing it. Am I not going back to Sunport? Oh no, I just need to go into the city for us to update the marker. Okay. I'm like, I thought I was going back to Sunport. Am I not? Oh, I should have just gone to that way shrine. I'm goofy. Oh well. It's fine. We get to run through the pretty city then. I feel like I haven't really run around in Sunport much. You could pick up those dailies and do those too, just for fun. Also for zone completion purposes. I gotta get some of these purple banners, because the Sunport banners are so pretty. I don't remember what achievement it was that I need to do to get them, though. Okay. Oh, it's sending us back to the palace. That makes sense. We're back!
Comrade, were you successful? Did you find the passages beneath?
We did, but we did not find information we wanted to. We did find some information, though. Hi, Crispy! A 14. Oh my gosh, what off? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, guess what? Let me double check. Oh, right. Duh. I said Looney needs to show up and claim a thing, but Looney's seeing the scary movie tonight. I even responded to that in Discord. Okay. Crispy, you get Looney's job tonight. You get a part of the body. Rolled a 12 last time. Oh my gosh. I missed that. A 12, a 14. I'll roll with you. A 2. Okay. Hey. Okay, seriously, between you and me, we make a 20. That counts, right? Okay. Ranch, yours is a plural noun. Plural noun. Pancreas? Okay. A 4? Rude bot. Hey, at least my bot doesn't insult you like Kipsy's bot does. Because sometimes bots at AZ can be very rude. Which, I mean, if you low roll, I feel like that's fair. But still. Also, while we're here, I'm going to fish. As I can. Sponges. The next one is a noun, if anyone else wants their Mad Lib of the day. A 1? Rude. Rude bot. Bossy's a total bitch. Yes, but she is entertaining, though. Bossy is entertaining. Bot makes a good effort. Yeah. Like, I feel like we definitely go in phases where we end up with a lot of low numbers, but someone will at least always get a high one. You roll a 20, does the bot shower you with compliments? In Kipsy's, you earn pancakes, which is like our ice cubes. You also, I think Botsy is at least semi-nice to you if you get a 20. I think is how it works. It's been so long since I've rolled a 20 in Kipsy's. I can't remember what Botsy says back. I have not had good luck with rolls in Kipsy's as of late. So a 15. Okay, 15's not bad. Also, getting the strange face is hilarious. Like, I think it's funny that it's called a strange face. Okay. Sorry, Prince. Raz is here.
If the Worm Cult has any further nefarious plans for Sunport, they have not yet come to light. This one hopes you have had more success in finding out what they are up to, Five Claw.
Wait, why is it Henry's shoe? Who's Henry? Huh? I don't think I've seen us fish that one up before. Obviously, it's categorized as a junk item. But I don't think I've ever seen a... Why? Who's Henry? Yeah! I need to poop. He's actually at my desk right now. Because I dressed up as Winnie the Pooh for our Dress Like a Book character day for Halloween. And I was absolutely shocked about how many children don't know who Winnie the Pooh is. But luckily, I brought this with me, and when I showed them the plush, they understood of who I was dressed up as. Because, like, I was wearing yellow shorts and a red top. Like, and also my Winnie the Pooh ears. Which some kids kept asking, and a couple kids asked, like, why is there a bumblebee on it? I'm like, because honey, and bumblebees are cute. I keep forgetting to add this to the official, like, ear thing, but the ear redeem, y'all want to pick the Winnie the Pooh ears instead of the cat or fox ears. I do have those in the drawer for it. James from Mass Effect? Yes. All of the, well, all of the crew from Mass Effect is in the fishing. I don't think I did anyone that wasn't a crew member. No, well, I did. There might be a few in there that are just, like, on the ship. But I didn't put any, like, villains or stuff in there. So, I guess we could. I also still was going to add the Aeons for Final Fantasy X in there, and I still haven't done that. And just to confuse everyone, I am going to name them, like, Rory and Frigid and whatnot, just to be confusing. Okay, Princess, we'll actually stop ignoring you now.
Comrade, tell me quickly, did you find the passages beneath?
Mm-hmm.
And did you discover what was so important down there? And what of Walks and Ash? Did something happen to the Pact representative?
Walks and Ash is fine. We found the passages beneath. They've got Metamarco's remains.
Metamarco's remains?
Yeah, it's not good.
Surely the worm cult cannot want to bring back the King of Worms. Yet what else would they do with his corpse?
Uh-huh.
You return with grim news indeed, comrade. What about Farinor or Wormblood? Were they there too?
We ran into Farinor, but her flesh golem knocked us into a river. She got away.
The fortunes of battle can be fickle. Even if Farinor escaped justice, you at least returned with information.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know the worm cult has Manamarco's corpse. We must endeavor to foil their plans. Meanwhile, Gabrielle may have learned something.
What did Gabrielle find out? Oh, something with Vanis?
Vanis's staff is definitely pulling me somewhere. I think...
Vanis again?
Where are you?
Almost. This is no good. Gabrielle, I have much to tell you. Bring my staff to Lizal. The wall is thin there. I'm in a worm cult prison. Listen, Wormblood is looking for a Sithis shrine in Solstice.
Oh.
I think a relic called...
Gift of Death.
Gift of... Damn, I can't...
I think I know what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Friend, let's talk.
I was gonna say, he got enough through.
Lizal. That is a pass in the mountains north of Sunport, and there are several Sithis shrines in Western Solstice.
If you could share the locations of these shrines, this one can scout them.
Me too. We'll find the right one.
But I want to go with Raz. I want to go with Raz. The Gift of Damn, yes. Exactly. I mean, at this point, we know it's called the Gift of Death. We have heard them mentioning that. Hopefully put a dent in my mountain of dishes I need to do. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Dishes do tend to pile up. Good luck with the dishes, Ranch. Enjoy your lurk. I want to fish.
I knew this staff of Vanis's was trying to tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
He made sure to leave it behind for me when the worm cult captured him at the Earth Forge. He knew we were going to need it.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say Vanus is good about thinking ahead on that kind of stuff. What do you think Vanus Galarian was trying to tell us?
The message wasn't terribly clear, was it? He said he was still a prisoner, but I don't think he was calling for help. I think Vanus wants to warn us about something. He was trying to tell us how to make it easier for him to reach us.
Okay. I love these roleplay options, and I find it interesting that, I guess it makes sense, the main story is giving us more options. Whereas when it came up in all the side quests, it was either just like a green or a red face. We have, how did Vanus Galarian manage to find you? I mean, it's his staff. You really want advice from someone who got himself captured by the worm cult? I mean, they did trick him. Like, they took Squirto's form, and, like, we were actively on our way to try to save him. So Vanus ran in to try to save him before, you know, and in that rush of saving him, didn't fully have time or think to fully, you know, when you're going to go, you see, you know, your comrade on the ground, you're not necessarily gonna stop and assess every detail of the situation before running at them. Like, that was, like, we clearly got tricked. Be a trap? How do you really know it's Vanus? I don't like either of those options. I think I might even just do the first one. Like, I'm assuming Gabrielle is going to want, you know, she wants it to actually be Vanus, but I don't, so I want to do the accusing of it being a trap. Like, it's Vanus's staff. Like, I feel like the worm cult isn't exactly, their focus is not necessarily on, you know, essentially hacking into the mage, the guild mage, you know. The worm cult is not exactly focused on, like, essentially hacking a mage's staff to be able to talk to us through it. You know, they're kind of dealing with Metamarco's corpse, apparently. I'm gonna do the first one. How did Vanus Galarian manage to find you?
Vanus Galarian is one of the most powerful mages alive. I'm not surprised he maintains a mental connection with the staff he made with his own hands.
Yeah, that's fair.
And this wouldn't be the first time he allowed himself to be captured to get close to his enemies.
Also a secondary point as well. Like, Ella, off of the desk. I don't know what it is with you these last couple of days. Like, she always tries to get over here, but, like, he's definitely been more persistent trying to get on the desk the last couple of streams. Yeah. Yeah, you goober. She's ridiculous. Yeah, honestly, like, Vanus, one, not, like, immediately asking for help to be rescued, or, like, Vanus understands, like, is his current situation necessarily the best situation for him to be in? No, but, like, he might as well use his predicament to help us on our side of things. Like, when he knows that we have other priorities other than saving him. And also, it's Vanus Galarian, who is, again, a very powerful mage, even without, like, you know, he doesn't have a staff and whatnot, but still, like, he is the leader of the Mages Guild for a reason. Okay, you think Vanus Galarian is spying on the worm cult from his prison cell?
Vanus has likely seen things we have not.
Exactly.
But we have information he needs to know too. For example, your discovery of Manamarco's sarcophagus. Slowly but surely, we're bringing the worm cult's plots to light. Thank you, friend.
There's the third quest complete.
I've been wondering why Vanus Galarian's staff is pulling me here and there around Solstice. Now that Vanus managed to send a message, I finally know why. I think he's on the other side of the writhing wall.
That's what I'm thinking too. Especially if he's, like, been captured. So you think Vanus is on Solstice? I thought they only took him, or I thought they took him to Cold Harbor.
That's what we thought. But Vanus mentioned a thin spot in the wall at Lizal Pass. If the wall impedes his ability to communicate with us, that must be because he's on the other side of it.
That makes sense. Okay, so what do you want to do then?
Take the staff to Lizal Pass and re-establish contact with Vanus.
Okay.
He may need our help, or we may need his. I think he wanted to warn us about something Wormblood is planning. We need to find out what that is and stop it. Will you go with me?
I'll go with you to contact Vanus Galarian and stop Wormblood's plans.
Regent Corinway said Lizal Pass is located in the mountains north of Sunport. Meet me there. The sooner we can speak to Vanus again, the better. We'll leave Prince Azah and the others to figure out which shrine Wormblood is interested in.
I want to hang out with Raz, game. I understand. Raz has other tasks. He's going to go scout out the other... He's going to go scout out the Sithis shrines. Like, I understand he's doing other things. But we only got to hang out with Raz for, like, part of one quest so far. And I want to hang out with Raz. Okay, why is Vanus Galarian so important? I know this information game.
Vanus Galarian is an archmage, and the longtime foe of Mannimarco and the Worm Cult. In fact, Vanus founded the Mages Guild specifically to combat the rising influence of dark necromancers in Tamriel.
Oh, I don't know if I knew that. Or if I did, I had forgotten. Vanus Galarian founded the Mages Guild.
Oh, it was centuries ago, long before my time. But what's a few centuries to a high elf archmage? Back in those days, Vanus and Mannimarco were friends of a sort. Then rivals. They studied together in the Psijic Order until their falling out.
Oh, right. Okay. I love that this is connecting. I love lore. I love good game lore. But I wish my brain remembered it better because it has been years since I have done the Psijic Order questline. And also, out of all of the quest lines I have done in ESO, I do not recommend the Psijic Order questline. The only reason to do the Psijic Order questline is if you really want the cool light cosmetic skin thing like my Sork has. I can English. It's the only reason. It's the only reason I've done the Psijic line. Which, obviously, if I did the Psijic Order questline now, it would be a lot less painful than when I did it before. Because I did the Psijic Order questline without the fancy add-on for it. So if you have not done the Psijic Order questline, essentially each part of the quest, it sends you around and you're closing like different rifts and stuff. And you're given a map as like a quest item. That's literally like a generic outlined map of a zone with like 3 X's marked on it. And then you have to figure out where that is on the map and go there and close the rifts. There are now add-ons and things, and there are add-ons you can get that will tell you where that is. So you don't have to keep looking at this quest item map in your inventory. I either didn't know of it at the time, or actually that might have been long ago enough that I did that on my laptop, so I didn't have add-ons because my game could barely run, so I didn't have any add-ons. That was a very long time ago. Okay, anywho, what happened?
As I understand it, Vanus caught Mannimarco practicing forbidden magic. The Psijics allowed Mannimarco to leave without taking any steps to stop him. So, Vanus left as well. He founded the Mages Guild to do what the Psijics would not.
Yeah. If the Psijics had stopped Mannimarco, that could have saved Tamriel a lot of pain. If they had done that. But quite literally, the Psijics are kind of cut off from Tamriel. They are in Artaeum. They are not even on the plane of Nirn. So, okay. We shall exit the palace. Okay, and then this is, she said north. Oh! This is a place that I walked past it because I was like, it was labeled Quest Hub. And I'm like, what is this? But I didn't go in. So that's where, okay, that's for the main story quest. Because I was confused. I'm like, why is this marked as a thing for a quest hub, but we don't have, like, that's not where a daily quest thing is going to be. That makes a lot more sense that it's part of the main story. We also might stop over here. There is another siege camp up. So we'll maybe, it's like it's literally right next to where we're headed. So maybe we smack that first and earn some points. As we can. Oh, something smacked into me. I don't even know what it was. Oh, the joys of doing events. And it's just like there's so many things spawned around you. You can't even tell what thing is bumping into you or who's where. You just look for the red bars on the screen. Why is that running all the way over there? Okay. Is that the last one? No, we still got to do this one.
Last Reaper to deal with.
Smack things. Ooh. Vitrified soul. I was gonna say, we only have a couple of those. Definitely not gonna get enough. We'll probably finish the quest with this round because there's the issue with having so many players here is I don't know if it's like a set number of vitrified souls that spawn per like round of things, but I definitely get less vitrified souls from the siege camps the more people are here. So I'm assuming it like shares, you know, splits the loot kind of thing. Which is fine, because the vitrified souls, like, the drop rate for them isn't bad. Like, I wouldn't complain if it was a little bit more often, but it's not like it's a rare drop or anything like that. All the light shining out of it. Yeah.
Victory for Solstice. A victory for the Fellowship.
And grab our loot. Snazzy. Now, we're not going to join everybody in the running back to turn the quest in. Because we actually need to go up here. We're down here, over here, this direction to the cave. Snazzy. Okay, but before we go in here, I'm going to go ahead and hop up and do a wiggle break. Just because it's safer for us to not leave our character in probably what's... There's probably some combat that's going to happen in here. So I'll leave her out here. And I will leave you all with some chill music. Thank you all for hanging out to me. I am so bad at Englishing tonight. I'm sorry. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight as we are doing some questing. This is a lot of fun. I hope you're having fun too. And our fishing is still open if you wish to fish. And I'll be back in a few minutes. Hello? Oh, hi, lady. Hello. Hello, hello. I hope you wiggled and stretched and all the things. I've refilled the water. Grabbed a different squish. We're here. We are... wearing cat hair. Just hugging Ella. We are going to jump back into our questing. So we are hopefully going to be able to speak better with Vanus inside this area here. Is the idea. Vanus is on the other side of the wall. So...
It's all uphill from here. We're too close to the writhing wall for a portal. But I brought grapple bows just in case.
Oh, if we get to grapple bow, I'm going to be excited. Because that is such a fun mechanic that... I'm trying to even remember which chapter that was in. I don't know. It was like a mechanic introduced in one of the chapters. And you only got to use it for a couple of quests. But it was so fun. Whichever one... No, that must have been... That must have been... Skyrim? Yeah, it must have been Markarth. Because Vacheron Hollows uses the whole mechanic in one of the bosses. So it must have been around that time.
Clearly the worm cult is here.
Clearly.
And having some trouble with the local wildlife.
Uh-huh.
Cliffs ahead. See that post above the red flowers? It would be a good place to use a grapple bow.
Yes! I love the grapple bow. The grapple bow is so fun. And it's just fun because it's not how you usually navigate in ESO. Oh, we can actually talk to her.
Not much of a pass, is it? If I'm not mistaken, this cave leads to a path through the mountains. More of a goat track, really. Be ready for some climbing. We'll probably have to do this the hard way. Grapple bows.
Grapple bows?
Never used one? They're fun. Since the writhing wall interferes with portal magic and we're going to get very close, I won't be able to use spells. So I brought the bows to help us climb. I hope we won't have to use them, but here you go.
How will you know when you can contact Vanus Galarian?
I hope Vanus will take care of that for us.
Cool.
If we reach a spot where the writhing wall is thin enough, he'll find us. All we have to do is keep going up, and deal with any worm cult patrols in our path.
Okay. I kind of figured Vanus is going to be able to tell that his staff is getting closer. Okay, ready? Set? Yeah! Now I want to go do that arena, because I haven't done that arena in... I haven't done actually either of the solo arenas in a while. I've done Infinite Archive stuff solo, but I haven't done the arenas in a bit. Sorry to interrupt your lunch. It's gonna be your last lunch. Sorry, dude. Which, I guess it's technically Daedra, so I think they technically get to kind of come back, but... Grapple hooks are fun. We're going up again? Okay, I'm confused on where I'm supposed to be going right now. I assumed since we could grapple up here, this is where we're supposed to be going. Is there a different spot for us to go up? Oh my gosh, it took long enough that the NPCs probably have a short cooldown just because of people passing through. Hey, we got a champion point. Alright. Ooh, Pokemon. I'm gonna fish too. Well, and roll. You know what? I'm just gonna push all the buttons. 17! Okay, I finally got a double digit. I got a double digit! Am I being an absolute goober?
I wish Vanus Galarian were here.
Y'all see how I'm supposed to get up here? Am I just supposed to start jumping on stuff? I'm very confused as to why there's a point here. Can I grapple somewhere? Ah, there's another grapple over here. Okay. I was gonna say, there's gotta be another place where we can grapple to. I'm just not seeing it because it was all the way on the other side. Okay. I'm just a lost goober. It's fine. It's not like you all didn't know that already. So, ooh, shiny. Okay. Ooh, that's a cool looking creature thing.
This looks like a promising spot. Be ready.
Got it. Stop and loot all the containers, right? Hey!
Finally, we must speak swiftly. I have little time. Gabrielle, help maintain our connection.
Okay, but hold on.
With Vanus, friend. I'll maintain the connection as long as I can.
I randomly looted a recipe pattern thing that I didn't know. That doesn't happen very often. So my random looting was so worth it.
Good. I hoped you or Gabrielle had my stuff, but I couldn't tell if you got my previous messages. I haven't quite escaped yet, but we must be swift. The permanence of the wall fluctuates, and I can be cut off at any moment. Where are you now?
We're in Solstice, on the west side of the writhing wall. Where are you being held?
I'm in Solstice as well, on the other side of the writhing wall from you. The worm cult brought me here from Cold Harbor.
Okay.
And they brought Cold Harbor here as well.
Oh.
Wormblood is attempting a new plane meld in reverse.
What do you mean?
Like Molag Ball's dark anchors, but in reverse. Instead of dragging our world into Cold Harbor, he's bringing Cold Harbor into Nuremberg. The eastern side of Solstice is already changing.
Oh, I'm so excited to see what the eastern side looks like now, though, because we already saw that a bit in. I think that was the public dungeon. We did a quest in an area. I think that was the public dungeon that was already kind of combined. That it was like you could tell part of it was like the normal area, and there was definitely the giant shards and stuff like from Cold Harbor. That's interesting. Okay. I guess between the two, like, obviously Metamarco failed at bringing Nirn to Cold Harbor. In terms of, like, space of things, like, Cold Harbor, like, overall is, you know, spatial-wise, it's a little wibbly-wobbly, but still, like, bringing it to Nirn would, in theory, I guess, be the easier way. But then I'm assuming that turns all of Nirn into Cold Harbor then. So I guess that expands, you know, the goal is Cold Harbor taking over everything anyway. Okay, how can we get to you?
You can't. Not while the wall still stands. I have some help in here, but my ally convinced me it's impossible for now.
Okay.
The writhing wall is an insuperable barrier. Thin spots such as Lizal notwithstanding. I need you to...
Uh-oh. Vanus?
Father, I see what Vanus meant by permanence. The thickness of the wall fluctuates. We need to find another weak point.
Okay. Okay, so I guess we won't see Vanus again until we get access to the other side of the wall. Which we're working on. Yeah, we're at 53.9%. Hey, more vitrified souls. Snazzy. Hey, even more. Nice. Cool. And this is why I picked up that quest. So we're helping bring down the wall while also doing the main story stuff, which feels very fitting. Because they use the vitrified souls to essentially charge, like, the lens that is, like, taken down the wall. Oh. Hello,
More
Titan.
cliffs. Look for grappling points to traverse these ruins.
Yeah, hey, let me out of the... Thank you. Okay, going up. Going across, okay. Going. That's where we came from, isn't it? Maybe it's not. No, it's the other... Because we came from down there. Okay, so we want to go over here. Look at me not being a directionally impaired noodle. It's fine. The grapple points are fun, but for some reason confuse my brain sometimes of where we're supposed to be going. But I guess that's part of the fun. It's not just the you're walking down a pathway. Oh.
Bonus is right about Cold Harbor.
Yeah.
I can see elements of that foul place all around us.
Yep. I was
Here.
gonna say, did we?
The wall is thin here.
We just like walked into Cold Harbor.
Quickly, there is more I must tell you.
Okay.
Curse the luck. I sense that the writhing wall fluctuates at random, but I assumed we'd have more time. Thin points appear and disappear without warning.
Okay.
How far has the Wormco's reverse plane melt progressed on your side of the wall?
We noticed elements of Cold Harbor near the wall, and there are Daedra, but nothing beyond that.
Daedra? That's worrisome, but not unexpected. If you aren't surrounded by lakes of azure plasm or looking up at floating islets of rock, then things haven't gone too far yet. We still have a little time to stop the worm cult.
Why is the worm cult creating a reverse plane meld?
I'm not sure yet, but an army of necromancers and Daedra is massing in eastern Solstice. Clever of Warmblood, really. If he gathered his forces anywhere in Gabriel, we would have noticed.
Uh-huh.
But the cursed island and the writhing wall blinded us.
Is there a way to get through the writhing wall? I feel like we should be telling him right now of Meta Marco. They have Meta Marco's corpse. Why was this not the first information we told him? Is there a way to get through the writhing wall?
Unlikely. Wormblood controls a terrible source of power on my side. Something that consumes souls. The worm cult soul reapers feed this thing. In turn, it empowers the writhing wall. Great effort. But to what?
Wait, what else do we need to know?
Cut off again.
Okay.
We must find another place where we can speak with Vanus.
We should tell him that they have Meta Marco's corpse. Why have we not told him this yet? Feel like that would be good information for them to know. But interesting that the souls they're gathering are powering the wall, which is why they need more souls, I guess. Okay. Oh, there we go. Going up still. Over. That is Gabrielle. I click on the grapple point, please. Thank you. That's shiny. Oh my gosh, we're just like going all around these spots. No, that's not the point. Okay, that's not... We need to go up? No, I'm not clicking on Gabrielle.
I cannot stand the smell of flowers.
Oh, there's another point up here. There we go. I was gonna say, there's gotta be one that I missed. That was cool. Okay. Hopefully we can talk to him again.
Look, up the steps. Another weak point.
Here? Okay.
Hurry, friend. My captors have finally figured out I'm up to something.
I was gonna say, please tell him that I have Metamarco's corpse. Please.
Listen closely. Wormblood seeks a relic called the Gift of Death. My source tells me it's hidden in a place called Voska's Shrine. He must not acquire it.
Okay, we've heard mention of the Gift of Death. Tell me about Voska's Shrine.
It's part of the Tibahatse court, sacred to Sithis. My ally here tells me it's in the hills southwest of Sunport.
Okay.
The Solstice Argonians used to play a ritual game there. A bloody one. As for why Wormblood wants the Gift of Death, I'm not sure.
Okay, we're finally telling him. Oh my gosh. The worm cult has Metamarco's corpse. We think the Gift of Death is connected.
The worm cult brought Metamarco here.
Uh-huh.
Now that explains much. Wormblood must believe this Gift of Death can resurrect his old master. It's up to you then. Stop Wormblood from obtaining the relic. If he... Damn it. Here come my captors.
Uh-oh. Hi, Looney! How was the movie? Was it spooky? I realized earlier that I was joking that I was like, okay, Looney needs to show up and redeem a Mad Lib. Because the next one was a part of the body. And then I was like, wait. Then I realized later, I was like, wait, Looney's at the movie. It was fun. Yay! We are still continuing our questing here. We have learned some information that is not good for us, unless if we can stop them. So hopefully we don't resurrect a bad guy who's also really good necromancer, dude. Like, it'll be fine. Yours is a noun. A noun. Hi, folks. Thank you for the 7 stream streak. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Seen it already and love it. Super depressing, but great movie regardless. Okay. Pickaxe. Oh. There we go. Oh, goodness. There we go. The Descent. Ooh, that sounds spooky. All right. What is it, Vanus?
I lost Vanus. We were lucky to learn as much as we did, but we know what we must do. Let's talk, friend.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we definitely learned some good information. We definitely passed him some helpful information. That's all we can ask for.
I hope Vanus is all right. I don't like the way that last conversation ended. For that matter, I don't like what he told us. The worm cult gathering strength behind the writhing wall and a new plane meld? That's terrible.
Yeah, that's definitely not good news, but at least it's information we know now. Still super anxiety spiraling, but it was a nice distraction, even if it might sound like it wouldn't be. I mean, I can get it. It's like me having like one of my comfort random rewatch shows be Criminal Minds. Like, I could get it. Laying in bed, I'm probably gonna look for the good vibes. Sounds like a good plan. Our questing, we're currently in the point of the quest of we're definitely all the new information we're learning is definitely got not good news to us. But at least we are learning some new information. Unfortunately, the Worm Cult has Menamarco's corpse. Menamarco is the former leader of the Worm Cult. They are the one who was trying to make the plane meld happen before we defeated them, and now obviously the bad guys want to the bad guys that are made up of a bunch of necromancers are going to try to do their necromantic things. So at least 7. Thank you for the 7 stream streak, Looney. I appreciate you being here. I still think it's interesting having those. I'm still not used to that being a thing. I know they've been in some people's streams for like over a year now, but I am still not used to having them here. I'm also very bad at keeping them. I lost mine already in Negs and have had to restart because I apparently missed a stream somewhere, or I wasn't clicked in long enough for it to count or something or another, so. Is Wormblood so powerful he can start a plane meld?
I don't think so. Vonis mentioned a source of power.
Mm-hmm.
Still, we had to invade Cold Harbor to stop the plane meld before. Good people lost. Dead. I've missed Dear Darien ever since. Now Wormblood is bringing it back? And Menamarco too?
Okay, I did not click on the post. Okay, hold on. Let me just go read the title of this post. Because I didn't actually read it, but maybe I should. The title of this ESO article is "The Voice of Darien Weighs In on the ESO Fam's Thirstiest Takes." Should I just, you know what? I just need to screen share this. Just for a second. Oh, I'm in the wrong. I have to go over here. This is Darien. I have not read this article, but I did read the title and it did amuse me. And I do feel like I should go read it. Because Darien is not bad to look at. Just saying. I want to go back over here. Alright. Wormblood still needs the gift of death for something, though.
You're right, of course. We don't know if Wormblood is close to his goal.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd better head to the Tibahatse Shrine. Find the gift of death before he gets there. Or at least delay him. I'll return to Sunport and warn the Fellowship.
Ooh, maybe that means we get to meet up with Raz, because I think Raz was headed somewhere to a shrine. Very well. I'll find the shrine.
Good luck at Vaska Shrine. I'll make sure Princess Az sends help just in case you run into Wormblood, too.
Okay.
It hardly seems fair. So many gave so much to stop the Worm Cult last time. Like Darien. Now they're back. So what did Darien die for?
I miss Darien, too.
Memory's a bittersweet thing.
Oh my god, it's
When
going
I
through her
think of
head.
Darien's smile, his laugh, I can't help but remember what it felt like to be with him. How I felt about him. And that makes me miss him even more.
How you felt about him?
I suppose I can admit it. Darien was more than a friend. It started as a game. I pretended I was scandalized by his endless flirting. He pretended he wasn't serious. I wish I had said something about how I really felt. But I think he knew.
No. Which... I'm trying to remember, like... Obviously Darien was involved in that, but like... Darien is someone you also quest with in Somerset. Does anyone know? Like, I'm trying to remember, like, in terms of timeline, doesn't Somerset take place after the main story? I feel like Somerset explains that, something like that. Because Darien is definitely involved in Somerset. Again, I have not quested in Somerset since it came out. Like, that was like the... Somerset was the first new chapter that came out when I was playing. So we're talking like 2019. I don't exactly remember all the details. Did some dishes, yay! Filled up the drying rack, still plenty to do, but I am still unwell enough where I can only stand at the sink, wash dishes before coughing more and feeling the heaviness in my lungs. Progress though, yes. Good to at least have progress, so you at least have some clean dishes to be able to use things, but definitely make sure you are still resting. But progress is progress. I got a quest option for Somerset after finishing Grotwood's section of Altmere Dominion, I think. Something about helping Raz with stuff there. Yeah. Because Raz isn't main story for Somerset, but Raz definitely has a quest in Somerset at least. If anything, Somerset is related to a side quest from Vardenfell, if that's wild enough to you. There is a side quest in, I'm blanking on the name of the city, in Balmora. There's a side quest in Balmora that is actually very relevant to, I believe it's Balmora. Yeah, because it's not the main city. That is related to Somerset. I think I'll stick very small light burst cleaning until I'm better. Should help my apartment progressively get cleaner. Yeah. Yeah, and a little bit, like doing little bits here and there definitely can go a long way. I wish I actually remembered more of the Somerset questline. Because I do really remember loving questing in Somerset. And I don't know if that's just because it's one of my favorite zones in terms of visual look. Like, it is a very pretty zone to run around in. But it's also this was like the first chapter that I like purchased. And this was my first experience in ESO, you know, questing when everyone else was questing and stuff like that. And that was also a very cool experience. But this was like pre-me streaming, because I started streaming I started streaming when Northern Elsewhere came out, and I started streaming ESO around the time I was actually almost done with Northern Elsewhere. There's so many good quests. Like, in the grand scheme of things, across all the quest lines I've done in ESO, obviously I mentioned earlier, Psijic Order is the only one I straight up would not recommend doing. But the only other one that, like, is nowhere even near Psijic Order levels of, like, would not recommend. Psijic Order is tedious. Psijic Order questline is a tedious questline to do. But, like, in terms of things, the only other thing that comes to mind is Blackwood. Like, Blackwood wasn't unfun, but it was just not as good as other storylines have been. It was, like, most of the story was, like, too predictable of, like, well, we need the 4 parts of the thing, so obviously we're gonna go get, you know, it was very much, like, collect all the Dragon Balls. Like, it was not bad, but it was too predictable and also Daedric Prince related again. And I'm not saying Daedric Prince storylines are bad, but it was just really? We're getting another Daedric Prince related thing? There wasn't anything... There wasn't anything, like, super interesting about it. I'll say, like, the Deadlands was fun. Like, the secondary part of that was fun. And doing, you know, that kind of stuff. But the actual Blackwood Zone, I love Leowen dearly. But that's the only reason I'm there. Okay. Let's go to the shrine. Oh my god, do we actually get to grapple out of here? We get to grapple out of here. That's fun. That's fun. Whee. Oh, seeing these shells, I won an auction lot this week that some of these as furnishing items and stuff, and I haven't paid my auction lot yet. I should remember to do that. It's fine. The auction literally was like ended yesterday, and I have up to like 48 hours to pay it. So it's like, it's fine. I still have time. Okay, so let's... Where is the shrine? All the way down there. Okay, so let's head back. I'm not even going to bother with that because we don't have a... We already completed the quest for it. I think. Yeah. We didn't get enough vitrified souls yet, but I'm not too fussed about it. So let's go turn that in and let's pick up another one just so we have it. And then we'll head... to the shrine. I'm hoping we meet up with Raz. I don't know if Raz specified... I think they maybe did. I don't remember which shrine Raz said that they were going to. Let's go turn this in. Just so we have... Hey! The lens actually loaded in. So the other day, I got a furnishing recipe that is for this giant middle lens, and I'm very excited about it. I also don't know why sometimes the mirror lens like doesn't load in. Okay. Let's pick up another one of those because we can. Also, I haven't actually opened my loot yet. Did I? No, I didn't. If anyone needs more of these scales, I already have the pet, so I am putting them in the guild bank. So if anyone is trying to get to 25 of these still to get the pet, I am putting them in the guild bank for whoever wants to snatch them. Alright. Just gonna open these up. We're starting to run out of inventory space, and I would like to prevent that. I got a new recipe. I'm kind of tempted to sell this instead of using it. I'm kind of tempted to sell this instead of learning it. I mean, it's a furnishing plan. This must be one of the new ones or something, because I don't know why this item would be... I don't know why this would sell for, like, 130,000. I'm just gonna learn it. It's a new thing that I don't know. I'm just gonna take it. Okay. Oh, I got a style page, too. I'm assuming it's one I already know. Yeah. Oh. You consume 25 with a writhing bone. Oh, was this another, That's this one, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I guess I'm still working on that one because I don't have many of those, so I will consume those. Snazzy. Oh, I guess the other thing I should probably do in terms of cleaning out inventory is I've got stuff to sell, so let's sell that. Actually, hold on, I saw some other stuff that I could sell. Snazzy. And then if we're really wanting to clean out the inventory, we're just gonna do a full inventory clean out. Snazzy. Okay, now we got tons of space again. I should, apparently push like 10 buttons at the same time. Set this quest back to active. Oh, this quest is actually called the Writhing Wall. Interesting. I didn't pay attention to that. Ooh. do. Okay. Down here. Yeah, this is interesting from a quest point of view. Like, obviously there's some areas that are going to be like quest specific, but I feel like this is the most like go inside a cave for part of the story quests I've ever done for one zone. Because we have 1, 2, 3. There was also the thing down here that was a cave or something like we've had like multiple different things that it's been like go inside a cave. Which I guess with where we're going and stuff and secret spots and whatnot, it makes sense, but it does feel a little silly. Of like, we're going across the island to this cave, and then across the island to this cave. At some point, I will do the world bosses of this zone, but I have not done them yet. I'm gonna collect this because I can. Ooh, Pokemon. Also just gonna fish, because why not? This fishing is fun. We discovered a location. I'm just turning into a loot goblin, apparently. I haven't actually gone farming for materials in a while. I used to do that weekly for one of my guilds that I'm in. Because that's how, like, you could, you know, like, pay your dues for the week, is you would go farm and then donate the materials. Now I just pay the gold. But, that I don't do it because they do it on Thursdays. And I got too busy with doing my masters, and then I never got back into doing it. And now, obviously, I stream on Thursdays, so, like, it just doesn't, I just don't usually do it anymore. Loading. There it goes. Raz! I was right. I was just gonna say, I was hoping.
5 Claw, over here.
I am here. I am here, outfit buddy. I was hoping that we would be meeting up with Raz. In case anyone missed it, we are twinning with Raz currently. We are outfit twins because why not? This is also the outfit I had on before we ran into Raz again, so it is one of my favorite outfits in the game. It is, part of that is because it doesn't show because I have the hat on, but part of that it is because it is one of the few outfits that actually like accommodates the fact that Khajiits have ears, because a lot of the outfits don't accommodate for that, or, you know, essentially your ears just get squished. So I appreciate that this one doesn't have that happen to it. I'm gonna put this back on because I can. I think I'm gonna make her like an outfit for the holidays, because last year I like actually used motifs and made her an outfit, and I think I'm gonna do the same thing again this year. I don't know if I saved last year's outfit, like in terms of screenshots. I have not paid crowns to have multiple different outfit slots. I just have one outfit slot. So I would have had to just screenshot it and save it that way. Goodness, eyeballs, are we okay? I know we've been staring at screens a lot today. We'll be okay. Because Raz is here.
Raz poked around several old Argonian ruins before returning to Sunport empty-handed. He never thought to visit an ancient ball court until Gabrielle showed up and sent him here. With great urgency, one might add. Imagine his surprise.
I do think it's funny. It's just ancient ball court. Yeah, because they said the Argonians did some game or something here. Have you noticed anything unusual since you got here?
If you consider High Necromancer Wormblood to be unusual, then yes. He arrived just before you, and he brought friends. They entered the old ball court just ahead. Raz wondered if they came to play a game, but no one invited him to join in.
Aww. I love that we can flirt with Raz. I love that we can flirt back with him. This is glorious. I think I could think of some games I like to play with you, Raz.
Indeed. This one must confess he is a little surprised and intrigued. But perhaps we should defer this interesting conversation until we have dealt with the matter at hand. Now, remind Raz, what is Wormblood looking for here?
I love that we actually, like, because Raz is definitely, not as much as Darien. Like, Darien is definitely, like, the flirt character of the game. Like, he flirts with everyone. Raz jokes around a bit more in some of it. But I love that we can have that flirt and banter back with him. Like, Darien, you could kind of do it with how the dialogue worked in his. I want him to, now that we have this kind of more roleplay-y option select, I know they're not going to work backwards. I know they're not going to, but it would be so fun to have official flirt options with Darien and other characters, or, like, you know, actual, like, official insult options for some characters. Like, there's so much potential in some of the old quests to just be that more in-depth. Which game? Pet the Kitty? Totally. Totally. Okay, later then. Wormbloods after a relic called the Gift of Death. Vanus Galarian told us it's here.
If Wormblood is here, Vanus must have a knowledgeable source indeed.
Mm-hmm.
This one heard Wormblood tell his minions to seek the Ball Court's ritual altar to the north. Time for Five Claw and the Queen's Eye to save the day, yes?
Exactly. Yay, we get the quest with Raz! Let's go, Raz! Ooh. I think I know that. Yeah, it's just a cheese plate. I love that we're getting a quest with Raz. It makes me happy.
Look at the seating tiers, the carvings. Raz had no idea Tibahatse was so important.
The fact that this apparently used to be a shrine thing and now is like some ball court thing is very funny. Yeah, because it is, yeah. Okay, maybe we'll get the rest of the vitrified souls we need for the current quest we have. Speaking, you shall receive, apparently.
This island reminds me of the war.
Bad zombie. Bad necromancer. Bad. Actually, did Raz have something else to say about all this shenanigans?
Up the stairs to the north, Five Claw. That is where Wormblood went. This one hopes he will be surprised to see us.
Okay. Hopefully. Oh. Not that way. Instantly walks the wrong direction. Sorry, Raz. I'm sorry I'm such a disappointment in following directions. I think you literally said up to the right.
Up the stairs to the
Oh, just
north.
up the stairs. Okay.
Aha! Look, Five Claw. Wormblood is here. This is our chance.
Okay, Wormblood. Oop. There's something so silly just going up to a boss and just light attacking it. You know, a necromancer having ads makes sense. Oh.
To me, faithful of the Black Worm, destroy these interlopers. Fight. Kill them already.
What is it with evil villains and the word interlopers? There's another NPC that says that so many times.
Even failures can serve
Oh.
you death. I have a better use for these wretched souls. Enough.
This one senses danger. Quick, Five Claw. Hide behind a pillar.
Hide behind a pillar. Okay. Ow! I apparently did not make it to the... Oh, those pillars. Sorry, Raz. I'm a dummy. I was too far into the... I was too far over into the corner to realize that it meant those pillars. I thought that was the pillar he meant. Sorry, Raz. I'm trying to be helpful.
More worthy of
like this cracky sound thing. Ooh. Let's dodge out of that. Can I dodge out of it? There we go.
I reclaim my power from these flimsy vessels.
Are we gonna hide behind the poles again?
I will consume
Yep.
your soul.
Take cover, Fight Club.
Yep. I understand this time. Ooh, which thing you meant. Have a meteor. Oh.
My horde and my followers would tear you limb from limb.
At last. Take the relic, Fight Club, and let us be on our way.
Okay.
Raz does not like the feel of this place.
Fair enough, Raz. That was a cool fight.
Dark moons. He's coming back to life. To fight a foe who cannot die. Destroy the columns. Bring down the shrine. Raz will pin Wormblood to the floor.
Okay. I guess it makes sense that the Necromancer's gonna have a backup plan.
Get the gift of death back to Sunport. Raz will be fine.
No, I want to help Raz. No, I want to stay and help Raz. Oh my gosh, I did. Those are actually solid. Usually when it does stuff, it's like you can still just walk through it. No, it actually. No, I want to help Raz. No, don't you dare invisible wall me. Don't you dare. Let me help my best friend. Fine, fine. Okay, I guess we're going this way. Raz, stay safe. Rude, I want to stay and help Raz. Rude, Raz, how dare you make me leave and you stay behind? You do that to me way too often. It's fine. Hi, Zybinski. Welcome on in. Love Razabdar. Raz is like my favorite character in this game. Yeah, point taken of I happened to just be wearing Raz's outfit before we even quested with Raz. Because this is one of my favorite outfits that I have in the game. Obviously, I have a lot fancier outfits, but there's just something fun about running around in Raz's outfit. It also is one of the few that actually accommodates, like, the Khajiit ears when you don't have a hat on like this. So, another reason I do really like this outfit. So, yes, Ella. Not need to climb on the desk. But I will hug you. Because I know for some reason you need all the attention right now. You know, she did not get all of her snuggles earlier today because her and Bella were laying in the sunshine because it was sunny out today. Yeah, I have 2 cats. This is Ella. She has been trying to climb on my desk all stream tonight. Yeah, because she IRL. Exactly. Okay. You good? You gotta go back over there? Okay. Yeah, no, there's cat hair stuck to my face. Yes, she's an adorable foof. No, Looney, there are 2. I think I'm just supposed to jump down from here. Okay, we gotta head back to the palace, and we gotta get... What in the world just knocked me off my mount? I did not actually go through that building game. Rude. I cannot believe the game just made me leave Raz there. I wanted to help Raz. Ooh. I will be distracted. Not that I'm like low on any resources or anything, but just anytime I see a platinum, it's like, ooh. Because it's always the resource that I run out the first of. Oh my gosh, there's still cat hair stuck to my face. Excuse me, giant creature. I was trying to get the cat hair off my face. I know, that does not make any sense because I am a Khajiit. And clearly I must always, as a Khajiit, I would always have cat hair on my face. But you get the point. Ooh, Pokemon. While pushing buttons, I'm going to push a fish as well. Okay. Back to the palace. And I'm going to go to the correct way shrine this time, and not the one that's in the front. I'm going to do the one that's by the palace, because that makes more sense. I guess the thing is, it's from the other side. Like, the other entrance to it is... Whoop, wrong key. Maybe it's not? Wait, who's singing? Oh, maybe they're only out here in the evening. Because we've only walked in here during the daytime. I was going to say, I don't remember hearing an NPC singing when we walked by before. I like it. Is there an add-on where I can see undiscovered areas or something? Yes? I'm trying to remember which one I have. Here, let me look real quick. I don't have that many add-ons. No, I don't want to open Minecraft. No, I want to open Minion, please, and thank you, game. Just, I typed in Minion, computer. Don't open Minecraft. Destinations is, I think, the one that's telling me where those things are. I have destinations. No, harvest map would be showing for harvesting stuff. Destinations, I think, is the one that's showing me the stuff on the map. Yeah, and then my mini map, in terms of showing stuff, I have Volton's mini map. And that's what makes it so... I got the little map over there in the corner, which is also super helpful. But yeah, I don't have... I have pretty basic... Compared to some ESO players, there's a pretty basic amount of add-ons. I don't have anything too wild. But yeah. I know some people, like, completely change the UI and everything. I'm like, nah. I want a mini-map. I want my lazy writ crafter, and I like have a harvest map, and that's pretty much about it. Oh, I have a different guild store thing. I like cute add-ons, not the hardcore stuff. Yeah, I know there's some people who will like, there's like different like ones that will completely change like UI appearance and like health bar appearance stuff. I'm like, no. I think if I had been able to play with add-ons when I started playing this game, then maybe, but I played this game for multiple years before I had a computer that could actually even run things other than on... I used to play, when I first started playing this game, I played it on my laptop that I had for college on like the lowest graphics settings possible. And even then, most of the other players and NPCs that would load in were just like black spheres or like black blobs that would move around because the game couldn't load them in. So it definitely, I couldn't have add-ons for the first few years of me playing this game. So if I had that and I was used to it, but I just got so used to the irregular versions, I didn't see a reason to change it. So you have shaders on? No, I do not. Here, I guess the easiest thing I could do is I'm just gonna go like this. Also, my lore books has an update, so I'm gonna update that real quick. Oh right, I gotta be on this scene. This is all of my add-ons. And some of them, I don't even know if I have them active. And some of them I think I also could remove because some of the things I have add-ons for, like the action duration reminder, I think is actually not needed anymore because the game just does it now. Like I do have a couple furnishing ones, but I don't think I've seen them. But like that's it, because then the rest of these are just libraries. Like in the grand scheme of things, I really don't have a lot of add-ons. I really don't have a lot of add-ons. I definitely could add more, but I have not felt the need to. So, yeah, I started playing in 2018. So, that was quite some time ago. That was one of my motivations for getting an actual desktop computer. My first desktop computer was like the first thing I wanted to do was like, oh my god, I can play ESO, and the game just actually loads. Because I remember, and every time there was an update to the game, I would have to update it, and it would take forever. It would take forever. Like, my parents' internet was, like, so slow. And it is still slow, but, I would load, and then it would take so long for my game to load in that essentially it would crash out, and then I would have to load in a second time to actually get into the game. So anytime there was any kind of tiny update, it would take me like an hour to get into the game. I am so thankful that I no longer have to deal with all that shenanigans, and I could just turn on my computer and open ESO, and yeah. It was a thing. I honestly am shocked that I was able to run the game at all on that laptop, because it was not a game. It was not a gaming laptop. It was not a gaming laptop. It was like, I got it for a college laptop. Like, it was supposed to run Word and like have an internet browser open for research. Like, that was it. I have pictures saved somewhere. I'd have to go look for them. I have pictures saved somewhere of like screenshots of what ESO looked like on my laptop versus like what it looked on my previous desktop. This one, this is my second desktop computer. This is one, my first one I had when I started streaming was just a pre-built one. This is one that we fully built for our purposes here. Of all the shenanigans. We're back, Prince. I expected him to say something in greeting, and either I missed him saying it or he doesn't have anything. So it was just hi, I'm here, standing here. We're back.
Gabrielle recounted what you learned from Vaunus Galerian. Dire tidings indeed. Was he right about the sacred Tiba Hatse court? Was Wormblood there? Did you find the gift of death?
It was the right place. We've got the gift of death.
Excellent news, I think. We still don't know exactly why the Worm Cult needs the gift of death to restore Manamarco, if that is indeed their intention.
Yeah.
But at least the Worm Cult doesn't have it. What happened with Wormblood?
We smacked his butt. We killed Wormblood, but he brought himself back to life. And then for some reason the game made me leave Raz with him.
Immediate resurrection? What kind of power is he able to call upon? Only legendary necromancers or a few fated heroes can do that. If Wormblood can't die, how did you and Razumdar defeat him?
Raz helped me trap Wormblood under the rubble. I got out with the gift of death.
You did well to keep the gift of death from Wormblood. Better yet, you found a way to speak with Vaunus Galerian.
We did.
Knowledge is a mighty weapon in this war of secrets. Now we know what awaits us behind the writhing wall. I thank you, comrade.
I'm excited to see it, though. Hi, Lonely. It's good to see you. How's it going? I'll fish with you. Oh, goodness. Eyeballs, please. Say it every time. I hate sneezing. I hate it. I hate it so much. Okay, we definitely have to try on this tiara.
The Fellowship faces difficult decisions.
More than a falling
Let us
building
talk,
to send
comrade.
this one to the sands behind the stars.
Good. I was going to say, I don't like that we just left Raz there. That was interesting that it didn't auto-start the next quest. So far, all of them up to this point have, like, auto-pulled us into the dialogue for the next quest. We have to check this out. We gotta try this on. Means I gotta take my hat off. Ooh. Oh, wait. We gotta hide the helmet because that's there. Pretty. Obviously does not match the current vibe of what the outfit is on this character. But it's pretty. You see it a little bit better in the light? Snazzy. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back to... Oh, goodness. What did I have on before? I don't know if I remember which one I had on. This one? No. I did have this one on for quite some time. I do really like that one. I think it was... no? This one. There it is. Maybe? That's another one I've worn for a while. What did she have on? No, I think she had this on. That's what she had on. Okay. Going good. Finally get to enjoy some Minecraft. Nice. I was on there a little bit last night. I need to farm out some more red wool. I am open to... I'm open to thoughts and opinions because I don't 100% love how it turned out. But I attempted to make a tree skirt for the tree. I didn't finish it because I ran out of red wool and I didn't want to farm anymore out. So I didn't want to just buy it, so... But I at least did something. For anyone who missed it, we are going to play on the Minecraft server together on Saturday, and we are going to decorate for the holidays. The process has already started, so if you are on there throughout the week, I'm currently working on our giant tree. So... Hi, Lance! Just if you do not know, you can skip ad breaks by purchasing a cheap subscription for an entire month. Just a few bucks to enjoy the full version of Ginger Tap. Get access to hot emotes, acquire a nice icon in front of your name, and show off that you're beyond average. Go and subscribe now. Lance, I love that so much. Thank you. I will also add, anytime either of these, related to subs or bits, is filled, you unlock a wheel spin. And you can unlock things like streams where we hang out on the Minecraft server together. So, stuff and things. Also, if you subscribe, you get to pick out an ornament for the tree. Literally no pressure, just throwing it out there. It's information that's good to know. You're talking about the little tree in your room. Fair enough. I forgot to mention the tree the first time there. Question, how do you manage to play ESO solo? I get bored without someone by my side. I mean, I've always found ESO really fun. I played solo for the first year and a half, 2 years of me playing. Because I started in 2018 and I started streaming the game in the summer of 2019, I think, whenever Elsewhere came out. I started, like, my first ever ESO stream was, like, finishing the Northern Elsewhere storyline. It made no sense whatsoever. But I think it's a lot of fun just vibing with other players that are around, which is why I haven't finished base game in this game. But stuff like this that... Oh, excuse me. Stuff like this where a lot of people are in Solstice right now because it is the newest zone. There's an event going on. I love ESO events. They're very nostalgic to me, and it's very, like, a tradition to do them every year. The New Life Festival is my favorite. And I'm so excited. We're getting 8 New Life Festival quests this year. I'm so excited to see what they are. So, I personally just find it fun. Like, I have companions unlocked. And I sometimes have them around if I'm, like, leveling them, but I'm just kind of used to just playing alone. Obviously, we do things together on stream and whatnot during events and things. We do have a guild. That's a tiny guild. I mean, my biggest suggestion would be find a guild that has events going on to be able to play with other people. It's one of the reasons I really like questing on stream, is questing on stream and getting to share the story with other people and hang out while we quest in the story, I think is a lot of fun. I do still do some quests off stream, but for the most part, I do quest on stream when we do new content. So... as well, these over-the-top ads for a product are just hilarious. I am so torn with ads on Twitch and stuff. Like, if I get up and do a wiggle break, I try to remember to push the ad button but I only play it for a minute and a half, and it only turns off pre-rolls for 30 minutes. So the bummer of not, like, opting into Twitch's, like, automated hourly ad stuff is I can only turn pre-rolls off for 30 minutes at a time. So I can do a 1.5 minute ad break every 30 minutes to turn off pre-rolls for another 30 minutes. But that is a minute and a half of ads every 30 minutes. Which I know in the grand scheme of things, if you, like, were watching YouTube or, you know, a TV show or, like, you know, that's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it's still so weird for a live stream. But I know, like, if I don't opt into that, then unfortunately people do get pre-rolls when they click on the stream, which sucks. But I feel like overall it's still, I don't know. So feel free to disagree with me on this. Like, I still think it's overall better for where we're at stream-wise to have the pre-roll at the beginning versus being interrupted throughout the stream. Because in theory, there should be no mid-roll ads unless if I play them, and I only play them when I'm on a wiggle break. So, yeah. Ooh, ornaments, yes. I have my 3 different boxes of Squishmallow ornaments, and you get to pick which one goes on the tree. It's pretty snazzy. I also think that's a lot, but I prefer 3 minutes every hour. Gets your community hydrated and healthy. And I see 3 minutes ad. Take a small walk through my apartment. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. And I think my, like, favorite example of managing the hourlies is I like how Gord McLeod does it. Gord does, when the 3 minute ads are playing, Gord has this really awesome thing set up that when he goes BRB, it randomly plays clips. I don't remember, he has it set up in some folder that essentially it pulls random clips. So it's different clips every time. So, and for those 3 minutes, it just plays clips from the stream. And, you know, you get to see some silly moments. You get to see some stuff from the past. And then you're not missing anything out in the current moment. I don't think the 3 minutes is necessarily bad. I just know if I did it, I would always forget when it was happening. I would always forget when it was happening. I would need to, like, really be paying attention to when they're happening to make sure that I, like, pause. But also then it's, like, the pausing every hour. Which is not necessarily bad. But it is a healthy thing to get up and hop up and wiggle. I do a wiggle break that's like 5 to 10 minutes or something like that, at around the 2 hour mark in stream. And then usually I don't do another, depending on how long we stream. These streams that are during the work week, I usually try to end by 9-ish my time, which is in about 12 minutes, which is why I'm contemplating picking up this next quest. So I usually don't do a secondary wiggle break, but if we do a longer stream, I'll usually do another one. I also do have a sit-stand desk, so I could also actually be streaming standing up. I'm just not doing that. I'm being cozy. I think the way you have ads set is more than fair, though I do get annoyed when I sit through all the ads and my browser lags, so I have to refresh and sit through ads again after I watch them. But yeah, that's a Twitch issue, not you. Okay. Programmed a minigame in Python people can play on some channels. That sounds fun. I know we have our fishing here. We do have the Pokemon bot that drops a Pokemon every 15 minutes. And we also have our rolling that you can do every 20 minutes. So most bots will warn you when the ads are about to run. Yeah, which I think I probably would be fairly good at with how often I read chat and such. But there are still those moments where, like, if we're in a cutscene, like, I might not see it, or like I can't pause it, or, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, I think let's pick up this next quest so it's in my inventory. But I don't think we're actually going to do it tonight. And in terms of progress, this actually is exactly where I think I wanted to be anyway. Because we have access to the Gift of Death quest that we're about to pick up. And the Crossing the Wall quest But the other quests are in Eastern Solstice, which is not it. Eastern Solstice is in the game currently, but not currently accessible to players until the wall comes down. We are on phase 2 of 3 right now. So, hi Dunk, it's good to see you. How's it going? Ella, off the desk. So the rest of those quests, I don't know. I'm assuming it's still going to be at least another IRL week in time. Based on our progress here, we haven't been progressing through this very quickly. So we still have another half of this plus all of phase 3. So I'm assuming it's probably going to be like another 2 weeks of IRL time before we have access to the rest of it. Which is fine, because that means we can play some other stuff and get back to our Resident Evil 4 while we wait for that. Also, next week I am being distracted, and I will not be streaming on the 20th, which is a Thursday, when I normally would be streaming, because I'm gonna go see Wicked for Good, and I'm really excited about it. So, yeah. Is this area gonna be free to play to players? Currently, Solstice is this year's content pass. So in order to access Solstice right now, you would have to purchase this year's content pass, which gives you, obviously, Western Solstice, and when Eastern Solstice unlocks, Eastern Solstice will be available. It also gives you the dungeon DLC. I don't remember what else it gives you. They've swapped from like yearly chapter releases to doing a content pass, which I think makes a lot more sense, because the content pass makes it so you actually like own all the DLC that come out, versus if you're just buying the chapter, all you own is the chapter. So like if I canceled my ESO Plus, I would like own Western Skyrim, but I wouldn't own the Reach. But if that was a content pass, I would own both of them, if that makes sense. It will eventually join ESO Plus, so it will be categorized as a DLC like next year. I'm doing good. This weekend has been a lot. I say weekend. This is the end of my 4-day weekend. I was able to get a lot of things done, and I was able to get a little resting in, but not nearly enough of both. So. In terms of free to play, I guess like if you have purchased the base game, that would be the only thing that like consistently stays something that would be yours. Unless if you've purchased other chapters or other zones. ESO Plus is optional. You do not have to have the subscription, but the quality of life wise, if you plan to do any crafting or supply gathering, is very nice. Just because of the storage management, but it also does give you access to a lot of DLCs. So, yeah. Everyone's just staying in a little circle. I feel like I gotta go over here. Okay, we're gonna pick up this quest, but we're not actually gonna progress through it.
While you were searching Vosga Shrine, Gabrielle told me of your communication with Vonus Galarian. Soul Reapers feeding the Writhing Wall? A new plane meld? The situation on Solstice is worse than I thought. But I might have an idea.
Oh. Yeah, it's just yes, I have the Jester personality on. It makes me very happy because it is so goofy. I put it on several years ago for the Jester Festival, and then I loved it so much that I just never took it off. An idea.
Thanks to you, we now have something Wormblood wants, the gift of death. As long as we hold it, his plans remain unfulfilled. Returning Manamarco to life, expanding the Writhing Wall, whatever he needs it for. That gives us a degree of influence.
Influence in what way?
Wormblood needs the gift, and we have it. We can use that to lead him to a spot of our choosing. This provides us one advantage. An advantage I believe we must seize with all due haste. Will you help me turn the gift of death against the Worm Cult?
I'll help you figure out how to use the gift of death against the Worm Cult.
We have the relic Wormblood seeks. What do we do with it?
He has Manamarco's body. We cannot allow Wormblood to bring him back.
We have something else, too. Raz snatched This key
Ooh.
from Wormblood during our struggle.
A key. Let me see that. Aha!
That's useful information. I know, Princess Aw is nice, yeah. We were talking about Darien earlier. Because Gabrielle brought him up.
Why am I not surprised Roz went through Wormblood's pockets?
Uh-huh.
I recognize the crest on this key. I noticed it on a crypt by a ruined estate.
Oh.
Coralania Manor, if I'm not mistaken. I passed by the place when I first arrived on Solstice.
Interesting. Did you notice anything unusual about it?
Not at the time. It's a rather impressive mausoleum of ancient high elf architecture, centuries old. I imagine some of Regent Corinway's ancestors are laid to rest there. I think you'd better look into it.
Okay. All right, but they keep dead things in crypts, don't they?
One can't take on necromancers without poking around in a tomb or two.
There.
Take the key and investigate Coralania Crypt. Find out why Wormblood was interested in the place. In the meantime, I'll take a closer look at the Gift of Death.
Of course. I'll go to the crypt and see what's in there.
Coralania Crypt lies south of Sunport. Take someone along to help you. Scordo should do.
I want to take
And
Raz.
be careful, friend. The ancient Coralanias were necromancers too. The worm cult might not be the only danger in that tomb.
Okay. I guess it makes sense that it's going to have us take Scordo because we've quested with Ash. We've quested with Raz. We haven't done a quest with Scordo yet. Crest. Yes, crest. Uh-huh. What could Wormblood want from the ancient dead of House Coralania?
Necromancers are always interested in the dead, friend.
Fair.
But Wormblood's orders to Farinor mentioned that he was looking for the Gift of Death's location. My guess is that he went to Coralania Crypt in search of information.
Okay, Wormblood might already be done with the crypt then.
Possibly. But the place could still be dangerous. You might run into spirits disturbed by worm cult activity. Some necromancers take care not to anger the dead with their rituals. Not the worm cult.
Fair. Okay,
I'll meet you at the crypt, pal. We'll find whatever it is we're supposed to find there.
All right. Yeah, because Yeah, I'm assuming... I don't know if it's telling us to go to the manor. Let's go out of here so we can actually see where it's leading us. Because we did do a very cool side quest in Coralania's manor. Where we did it with two twins and found out about, like, the last necromancer of them and whatnot. So let's teleport out of here so I can actually just see... Yeah, it is having us go there. Okay. Whoop. No. Okay. Do you think crossplay will be here? No, crossplay is never going to happen. No. Crossplay is not going to happen. I think that's something they've talked about before of just... It's not going to be a thing. It's also just... In terms of everything and tech stuff, like, I would rather them focus on so many other things in this game other than make crossplay. Hey, GG Looney. Enjoy those ice cubes on the GG on the 20. Yeah, so I know with how servers and stuff are and whatnot, I don't see that being a thing that ever happens. I know there are some people who would like there to be crossplay and such. Read articles and they say something they're looking into. Okay, so maybe in the future, but like their last stance on it, as far as I know, was no. I would not be opposed to that happening. Like, I don't think it would necessarily affect anything in terms of gameplay. I would just be concerned from a server standpoint. I know they've been in the process and they were updating, you know, they've updated some of the hardware and stuff like that for servers and things, but I would be concerned about server stability and things. And also, I guess they would have more instances and things, but I don't know. I'm not opposed, but just like the logistics of all of that, I don't know how they would make that work. I am not someone who plays on console. I know one friend who used to play on console and then switched to PC. But oh, hey, I won something in the raffle. Sweet. Let's see. Hey, I know all of these. So guess where these are going, y'all. Those are going in the guild bank. Those are going in the guild bank. Yeah, huge issue with the economy of the game. Yeah, the economy of the game, server, like, I feel like that would cause all kinds of server issues, right? Like that, like, the logistics of that and having, you would essentially, like, if you had crossplay, you would essentially have to, like, combine more server things or whatnot, right? And then that's gonna cut, that, like, that is, like, a huge project for them to even, like, consider. Yeah, it's not worth doing crossplay. Yeah, like, logistically, I think they could dream of it, but in terms of the logistics and where and how the servers and everything currently are set up, and that we have an NA and an EU server on, you know, PC versus console, you know, I don't see this ever having crossplay. And I honestly don't think we need it. Like, unless if you're, like, someone who really likes going back and forth between playing on console and PC. Which I would say, like, if you really want to go back, like, I would say if you want to be on PC, just be on PC. You can play with controller on PC. Like, if your reasoning for playing on a console is for the purposes of playing with a controller, you can play with controller on PC. If you're gonna play on console because you don't have a PC that can run the game, then play on PC or play on console and find people to play with in there. Yeah, buy a Steam Deck. Like, if you're really wanting to go back and forth between having a console experience versus having a PC experience, a Steam Deck, because then you could still, quote, play on PC, would be the way to go for that. But in the grand scheme of things, like, the amount of effort and work and money and things that it would take for them to do that, I realistically, I don't think that would be a thing they would ever do. Yeah. I know there is definitely some people who would like it, but I also feel like in terms of communities, console ESO community is kind of its own thing compared to PC. Like, obviously there are some people who do play on both, but there's very little crossover amongst the community, at least in the ESO community members and streamers that I've interacted with. So that is, you know, just my small point of view there. So don't quote me on, like, everyone's experience on that. But anywho, we are going to wind down here for tonight. I will not be live tomorrow, because tomorrow, my brain keeps thinking it's Sunday because I haven't been to work yet this week because it was a long weekend. I will not be live tomorrow because tomorrow is Watch Party Wednesday, so I'm going to push this button here, which is going to drop all the socials in the Discord and all the things there. We are going to watch some more episodes of Free Ren tomorrow. So if you want to join in and watch with us on that, definitely feel free to do so. We're planning to do a Wicked watch party and also watch season 5 of Stranger Things in future watch party things. So that is also a thing for future. I will be back on Thursday, and I think we'll finish our Solstice questing. I think we did like 2 and a little bit of quests tonight. Like, we have 2 more quests in the main story that we have access to right now. So I don't think it's necessarily unrealistic to say that we would maybe finish the Solstice main story. Well, we'll finish Western Solstice's main story on Thursday. And then if we do, that would mean if I bonus stream on Friday, maybe we play some Resident Evil 4 instead of ESO. Because ESO will rotate into the backlog while we wait for the wall to go down, and then we would come back and finish the Solstice questing. Would be the idea. Of course, Looney. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. We are going to raid a wonderful bean. I'm just going to put a bounce emote in the chat. We're going to go raid Snoot. Snoot is currently playing some Valheim. They are doing a, like, no spoiler playthrough of Valheim. So, no spoilers, no backseating, anything like that. They do have anonymous follows. The best thing, I love that Snoot does this, of just a little PowerPoint of, like, last stream discoveries and what the last death was and what we're currently working on. So, if you want to join on in and watch, that would be super fun. Snoot does also play a lot of RimWorld. So, let's go over there. Bitch, can I please type the raid in? There it goes. Like it wasn't registering. Okay, so if you copy and paste one of those raid messages, it does not have to have my emotes. Whatever emotes make you happy. We're just gonna go brighten Snoot's chat. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out, especially with ESO, because it's my favorite game, and I really love streaming it. And I'm very happy that we've gotten back into the things. Thank you for hanging out, lady. Have a good night. I'm going to push my fish button and my roll button. A 4? Oh, please. And I'm going to push this button over here so we can stare at the cute penguin on our way out. Thank you all for chilling. I'll see you all real soon. Goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.